Vigilante Williamson here. With Jay Marvelous on the track,
yeah,
man. You living up to your namesake. This beat is marvelous, man.
Song.
Wowzers. Coming live from the apocalypse before the cataclysm, cycling through this bondage, this coping mechanisms.
Here.
In what way will I make myself sick today?
This is my show. I know the damn number.
It's the 30th episode. Trying to read the scriptures more.
Yes, 30th episode of my show, the Vigilante Williamson Show. And there's already people in the chat. There's already been people waiting, and I'm sorry to have kept you. It is February 18th, Thursday, February 18th, and I appreciate that everyone's here. It's probably a little sleepy. My voice actually kind of just woke up for a nap, which is part of the reason the show started a little later. I woke up in time, but you got that grogginess, and this is so I kind of adjust my mask. Got a little grogginess. Yeah, a little tiredness, but I appreciate there's already people here waiting. Sorry that I kept you waiting. Robert, this is like becoming like a nice, cool thing to see. Like when you open up the stream, I already see you with the another episode. I love that, man. I love that, you're enjoying that. I'm glad people are starting to catch on to that and like that. You need to, man. This is the funnest thing I've done in my for a regular thing in my adult life, man. I am really enjoying this. It can be something you get obsessed with, but man, hey, if you want to start out, let me know. I'll try to help you out. And then another guy, Tupac Shakur, had recently contacted me. Maybe actually Tupac Shakur. You might see him in the chats. I joke about him being Tupac, but like, if he is, that'd be so awesome if he actually did contact me. But I don't think he is. Like, I think Tupac is actually dead. Or like if he was, if you heard the rumor about him being a CIA agent and he's just been decommissioned, we won't see him again. Speaking of mines, let me actually go ahead, toss that in the chat. Because in general, if you guys want to contact me, Mines is the best place. Not only because it has a messaging thing, as I adjust my camera, sorry. That's a little bit better. Maybe it's just the same amount of crappy. But not only does Mines have a messaging option, I am trying to build that platform up along with me. I think if Vigilante Williamson is to have any success going forward, I do have to be one of those guys who starts off whatever that new platform is. I like Minds and Odyssey, so I'm gonna put some time in them. And D Live, of course, because I'm on D Live right now, along with Twitch and YouTube. So those will be the platforms I kind of dive into. But content creation in general, Robert, is very fun. It can be frustrating, don't get me wrong, but it's very fun. So I would say yes. And then anyone else in the chat, it's a very fun thing. So please take the plunge. That's me apologizing. It's Anthroparion saying hell. I think you have good comments. Yeah, you're cool, Robert. Again, Anthroparion, you're another one who could probably do the YouTube thing. And I know it was a match stream. Granacoma's and there's a few of you guys. Toxic Man Flu. There are a few of you guys like, hey, you know what? You might want to give this a try. Because I was just a guy giving a hot take in the comments. I went through the rabbit hole. And yes, I do need a producer this early in my career. I needed a producer day one. If you go back and watch the original Good News podcast, I still do Good News at the end of this podcast. We look at the Good News podcast. I was a mess. I still am. He said, "Take your time, dude. Loving this picture of Roundhead telling the actors about how Luck is going to milk that Moose City for blue milk." You want to know something? I think you meant Luke. Yeah, you did, man. Luke, you want to know something? I went down a story rabbit hole and forgot to get up a Rowan Johnson story. So until I saw this comment, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta do that too. Hell, Lord Thoth. Hell, Lord Thoth. And hell, everyone who's else. I think that's how you say it in English. Comment I read. Hell again, Robert. Hell Stream Elements Bot, which I don't really use and know how to use. Hell Fevered Ice Wolf. He's another guy who's you talk about starting off at YouTube. He already has 30 subs. I don't, I suggested that Smoking the Bandit stream. I saw him put it in the Discord. I did not. I don't know if they actually did one. So hopefully he has. And if he hasn't, we have to. But he's been on a lot of people's channels. Justin the Red Shirt, who's like somebody who guests on channels with Lord Thoth. He guests on channels. He has some content. There are a lot of guys, even if you don't even want to take it as serious, I'm still taking it as a hobby, despite how many hours I put into it. It's a very fun hobby. But if you don't even want to put that many hours, Lord Thoth and Fenrir are people who, and just another red shirt, they'll just hop on streams of mine or Jake D's or whoever else's and just be guests, even if they don't feel like being full-time content creators. So Robert, that's also an option. And if Tupac Shakur, if you're even Fimmer, another episode. It's so dope that people are into that. But yeah, Robert, again, suggest, yeah. You're up to 40 subs. If you make it to 100 without a video, all the work I had to get to 100, I'm gonna be upset. No. I love Fimmer. Now I'm fascinated. I want him to get to more subs than me without ever done a video. Now it's the thing. You got to go the other way. But congrats, really. Congrats, seriously. Because, you did earn those 40 subs by talking your talk on a lot of these streams. And with not even the best mic situation for Fimmer, but he still has so much knowledge and so much love and passion for the fandom. I think it's obvious that Fimmer has a lot of knowledge about a lot of comic books, a lot of media. And he, even though he's young, he's amassing a lot of knowledge watching the old stuff. Hell, T Jackster 1, I appreciate it, man. Hell, you guys saying hi to each other. I love it. Hell, Rajesh is in the building. Hell, Rajesh. Hell to you. Who else is in the building? I think it's it. How do you jump on Discord? So I have a Discord, but you know what the thing with me and my Discord is? Back in my civilian days, I had a girl dox me on Discord just to show me that she could do it. So that's always scared me on Discord, even though I use a VPN and stuff. But I do have one, but I don't. A lot of people have their Discord open. I may want to get one. Somebody I actually already had Mando Merc who did the logo. Oh, I haven't. Jesus, I'm so out of it. I haven't updated my logo because it's officially a new logo. You may have seen it during the Brave and the Bold, and I will actually update it during the stream. Lord Dolph is up to 35 subs. So yeah, you guys are going to get to like 150, 200 subs without ever having done a video. Keep it going. Oh God, that's high praise. And speaking of high praise, if Gary's watching, holy smokes, thank you. He's giving me a ton of shout outs recently, and they have helped my sub count. And it's just like really like I can't believe I'm getting a shout out from Nerd Writing. I cannot believe it. And so he's giving me lots of praise, and I hope I can live up to that. And you as well give me lots of praise. Neurotic, Doomcock, and Ripper will probably be my biggest YouTube influences. And yeah, so I really appreciate it. I like Geeks and Gamers too. So I like, really, I'm starting to like Sports Wars and all the other stuff they do as much. And even Uche, I talked about Uche. Was it the chat? Yeah, it was an Orange Boards chat. And that's nothing. I love this fucking community. This community it's made this so fun. And there's other communities. I talked about, I've been on Full Blast Radio before. Salute to those guys out there. The hip-hop thing is like, oh, it's hip-hop and comics. I love that. But back to the Fandom Menace, I love the community. I was in Orange Board chat. And I was talking about, and I kind of already lost my plot. I was I'm talking about a lot of stuff in Orange Board chat. I was talking about how I think the Gina Carano thing, as far as her toys, may be with her license, and I've already lost my thought because that happens a lot on stream. You lose your thought. What was I talking about? Orange Board chat. I'm sorry, everybody. Lord Thought has 34 subs, so he's losing subs. Oh man, speaking. You know what's funny about The Godfather is I try to regain my thought, which sometimes happens. I just saw the freaking Family Guy sketch because somehow the YouTube algorithm hasn't picked that. But I've been wanting to watch The Godfather. I haven't watched it in a while. And that's a movie. At first time I saw it, I didn't like it. The second or third time I really loved it. Oh, we're going to be talking about that, Fimmer. That new Aquaman cartoon. And yeah, the community is what is... No highbrow, all good vibe. Oh, I was talking about Uche. That's where I was going because we were talking about the community, and I wanted to talk about Uche because you brought up Geeks and Gamers, and Uche gets a lot of crap. And I said this in the chat. I said I disagree with 95, probably higher than that percentage of what Uche says. But if he wasn't around, this would be a hive mind, and I'm glad he's here. So even though I disagree with Uche a lot, I am so glad that he's in this community of channels to provide that counterpoint. If nobody did it, it would be a hive mind. You need that guy. You definitely need that guy. So, because honestly, the points that he ends up agreeing with you on It's like, okay, that means this was so extreme that even Uche knows. You know what I mean? But it's cool. I'm glad he's a raging leftist and he's a part of the community. And I'm glad the community has people who are kind of as far as spirituality, they have people who are like in the New Age. They have people who are actual Christians. People who are Catholic. I consider myself to be a Christian. Well, someone who follows Christ. I have a long place to go before I can actually consider myself a Christian. That's neither here nor there. But you have people who are occultists. You have people who are of Jewish faith. You have people who follow Islam. You have people who are atheists. You have people who are somewhere in between. And we're all part of the same community. You know what I mean? I hate kind of saying that cheesy thing as I'm getting to, actually, before I really get into stories, I'll get into a little globalism propaganda, because it is kind of globalist propaganda, right? But it's just showing like, hey man, it's all about fandom. And you know what? Despite a lot of people being black pilled about fandom and life, we're gonna have some white pills on this episode. We're gonna talk about some dark stuff, unfortunately, because in finding stuff and falling down a rabbit hole, I found a really dark story that we're gonna be one of our opening stories. But there's a lot of white pills to be had in fandom. You may see behind my head, The Last Ronin #1 is behind me, and I'm gonna this weekend try to get The Last Ronin 2 locally. If I can't get it, then I have to play with eBay game. Because I don't know if it's sold. I don't really interact with comic shops that much. I'm a normie when it comes to comics. But when some piques my interest, I'm interested. But hey, you have the Turtles, who are kind of a fandom. You have Mortal Kombat. We'll talk about that trailer. Who's a fandom? There are other. I feel like we have to make our own stuff. We have the Gina Carano stuff, which I know I'll touch. We have to make our own stuff. We have to make our own content. But in the meantime, got Godzilla versus Kong that looks pretty good. We had Sonic last year. We have, like I said, I'm interested in this last round. I heard it's called the Dark Knight Returns for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have this Mortal Kombat that looks very interesting and very fun. There's this like lower level franchises that have kind of been under the radar. I don't know if you're a comic fan. Apparently, the Power Rangers comics have been really good. There's these lower level franchises that are under the radar from the big, tent poles like the MCU or the DCU even, or Star Wars or whatever, Lord of the Rings, these massive franchises, massive years of lore. And we're almost forgetting about that next level down. Mortal Kombat has a huge fandom and a huge lore. People, play the new games. Obviously, they're pretty fun. The Turtles have a huge fandom, huge lore, but they're not quite the top, those B-level fandoms. But I think that's going to be what holds us over until our own stuff comes out, until stuff like whatever Daily Wire or whoever else, Mr. H, who's a YouTuber who I like, and I think I supported both of his things. I have a fish memory, but I know I at least support one of his movies, and he has movies coming out. They're going to be shorter, but there's still movies coming out. So while we're waiting, we still have these next level down fandoms who haven't went woke. And hopefully they don't. If they have it, they still bringing out good material. I know Mortal Kombat in particular, one of the actors, I believe the actor who played Jax, he has some pronouns, garbage, but hey, when I see that trailer, I don't give a fuck about anybody's pronouns. I don't give a fuck. This looks pretty. I heard somebody say that $40 costumes. They're a little more than that. They're prosumer costumes. But hey, the effects and the innovative fight scenes, as we'll get into in this trailer, they look really fun. Look really, really fun. Really fun. Let's see. So where were we in the chat? And then we'll talk about some dark stuff, and then we'll get into the show. Yeah, the Aquaman cartoon we will cover is trash. It was 33, not there. Okay, so it went up. That's good. So hell, Lord Thoth. Hey, feel free to sub to Lord Thoth and Fenrir. And if just another red shirt sneaks in, sub to him as well. Cool, lost a couple. Yeah, I lose subs all the time. It's cool. I was at 261, and then I gained a sub, and somehow I was only at 260. So I don't know what happened had to lose a couple subs. Yeah, civil discourse is much more important than agreement. Oh my God, no one wants to be. This competitive agreement is bad, and something. It also gives you just something. Because I even talked even with this Gina thing, even though I'm pissed as anyone else. You reach fatigue of hearing the same opinion. You just do, even if it's your opinion, even if you agree with it. There's a fatigue. Did you hear Uche's one interview with the Witcher showrunner? I wish he asked hardball questions. I did not see that interview. Maybe Uche's Uche. You like red pills? It's gonna be some white pills. It's gonna be some white pills. You gotta have a label on the red pill. You take too many of those, it becomes black pills, and we don't want that. And you know, hey, a little blue pill every blue moon. Take a blue, but just to balance it out. Listen to Uche. I don't agree with it, but whatever. Right? Just so you can know you're a civil man, because you don't want to be where you're just grinding your teeth. You don't want to be that guy. And yeah, you're far from a normie. Doth's knowledge when it comes to comics way out. Doth, Fenver, Nick Weiser, they're way outside of my league as far as comic knowledge. But I consider myself a normie. But a normie who still likes comics, a normie who still remembers the Clone Wars saga in the 90s and was the Marvel too. When you had Mayday, Watson, I had those number ones. Don't know where they are now. So what happens when you're a kid? I had action figures that I know that my mom threw out. Thank you for that. All those I had so many comic book action figures. It hand me down action figures from other cousins and shit. So that there's that. But you know, I've been a fan of this stuff all my life. I got the Superman stuff. I talked about how when the cord got cut on me, I spent like the better part of 4 years watching the DCAU over and over again. And just whatever cool show I like, rather than Wire, Boardwalk Empire, and whatever else. XBMC before was Cody. Whatever they did, whatever they had on there, I would watch. A lot of wrestling as well. But yeah, I'm a normie with comics. Yeah. I've heard it's like Dark Knight Returns or Dark Knight, for Ninja Turtles. And I'm interested in it. I saw a little bit of it spoiled, but yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, and the last Ronin is proof that hey, you could get somebody who's a comic book normie. Yeah, I'm glued in more. I had this damn channel, right? But you can get somebody who's a relative normie as far as buying comics into a comic shop or online to pay $9 for a single book gladly because it's good. So, you know, if you make good stuff, and I'm probably gonna pay more for back issues. And you see the Epic collection back there is going to be more of those. I gotta buy a second hand because I don't want to give it, especially Disney. I don't want to give them a damn dime. But you can get people into comics. That's why manga's so big. Hail Kai MFS. I was on his channel Sunday. I gotta do more stuff for him. He's fun, definitely fun. The Jackbox stuff is definitely fun. It's been a while since I played that. Really would like a trading card game to rival Magic. Because Wizards of the Coast is trash. You know, that's something that can definitely be done. It's coming up with your own trading card game. Even a digital one. I mean, Hearthstone is massive. I mean, I know it takes a lot of time. But yeah, I wonder, I don't know much about the trading card circuit, Robert, but I'm sure there's something out there, man. Okay, you got your first edition. Yeah, I want to get the first. I think that's a second printing of the first one. Hopefully we'll be able to get a first printing of the second one. Lord of the Rings is going to get a lot of identity politics this year because it doesn't have enough English black people. Some people think the orcs are black people. Fuck, get woke, go broke, or get broke. You know, those whom go woketh shall be broketh. It has been written and told since olden times. Bro, I do not need black representation in Lord of the Rings. What I need is a really good. This is what I've been wanting since my entire life. Okay, Hollywood. I want a movie, and there are movies like this. They exist, but so few of them. A movie with a majority, but not necessarily exclusively black cast. That's about black people. That has nothing to do with race whatsoever. That's just individuals existing who happen to be black. Now we have Coming to America. That is the first one is a perfect example of a movie that you're like, oh yeah, it is. It's mostly black. It's an all black cast. And yeah, I guess it does have to do with race, sort of, because it's the African kid. But you know what I mean? There's no like racial struggle. It's not like The Help. I don't want to see The Help or 12 Years a Slave or even The Notebook. I don't need to, we don't need to be all globalist buddies. It's like, hey, this is just my guy. You're just the guys I hang out with. It doesn't matter what race or anything anyone is. So this identity politics stuff, it doesn't work. It's only, I mean, I'll open up with some Google stuff. So hell, okay, you guys are killing in the chat. Let you guys talk to each other. Imagine Twitter didn't have a bio field half of this Gina mess wouldn't have happened either way. Team Gina, yeah. If there was no biofield, none of this would be happening. And my pronouns, just in case you're wondering, his, him, and hero. Don't make me read. What's up, Stone Cold Jeremy? Smash Steve Weiser for the working man. Hell, guys saying hi to Stone Cold Jeremy. Yeah, trans pink haired orcs. They can do that. Hey, we'll get into that Mortal Kombat trailer. This is some shit that we need to see. Pure ass kicking. Why can't we get more comics like that? If we did comics when we dying, but no, we are racist. Shit like Nubia that draws black women like ugly monsters. Yeah, Nubia has been this beautiful character since the was the 70s when she was introduced. And she herself, yeah, she was kind of a tokenization, right? But she's beautiful. She's supposed to be this beautiful character, but they hate women. They hate women. We talk about how anti-man they are. There's a mistake that gets made when discussing this stuff. It's like thinking Black Lives Matter is actually for black people, right? They're against black people, but they're against white people too. So they use the appearance of being for black people while constantly detrimenting them and everything they do, and doing it against white people. So too, they're not for women. Like they're very they're very anti-male, but they are in no, I don't know where Kermit the Frog came from. They're very anti-male, but in no way are they pro-woman at all. At all. That's why every male character saw it, and not only just hurts how males are represented, but it gives women nothing to be attracted to, and every woman is unattractive. And so they have nothing to be like, oh man, I want to look like her or anything. Because hey, you want to be super jacked Captain America. Even my fat ass. I'm gonna get in the gym. I want to be jacked. Like, yeah, Captain America with the huge side boob chest. Everybody wants to be that idealistic person. And if you don't reach it, cool. But it's cool to have that. And no, they gotta draw everybody else. They gotta draw women like men and men like bitches. Cheers. This guy is saying hi. They'll never make that movie without race. So we will have to. You're the person writing it, Fenrir. Maybe you're the person writing it. All right, coming to America is going to be woke. And I'm glad you used that spelling because I think that's what we're going to get. That I will not be watching. That's cool. I'm cool not watching. I don't have to watch it. Raiden Fatality. Man, I am jacked for this Mortal Kombat. Oh yeah, they're heavily funded by he's kind of the figurehead for that, but there's other people whose name we do not know. But yeah, they're heavily funded by Emperor Palpatine over here as well, and other people, and a lot of corporations. Again, a lot of corporations give their bread over to this demon group who only wants to destroy. And you know what? Let's open up with the proto version of it. And I don't know who this author is, right? I'm not that familiar with her work, but because she was in the Google Doodle, I just want to comment on this, man. This person's name apparently is Audre Lorde, and I haven't read this person's poetry. I'm not saying there's nothing valuable, especially when you talk about art in this person's catalog. It very well may be, but I want to just point out some propaganda. I know Google Doodles are all propaganda, because the first story I was going to get into, even though I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just do one thing at a time. So there is no such thing as a single issue struggle, because we do not lead single issue lives. Our struggles are particular, but we are not alone. And notice the kind of the artwork too. There's a lot of just hands, hands grasping. And so because I'm me, I've gone exozone. You used to see, oh man, the hands grasping thing is a cool thing. There's that one meme with the two arms, the black arm and the white arm, the super muscular, they come together. But when I see that hand grasping thing, I think globalism, because it's usually globalism. It's usually a signal, a globalist propaganda. All right. So did I read the last thing? Oh yeah, our struggles are particular, but we are not alone. What we must do is commit ourselves to some future that can include each other and work toward that future. With the particular stress, and there's another thing, with the particular strength of our individual identities. Now, this is probably the key point that matters to me. And then again, nice little globalist picture and a little black face in the background, which Google will never face any scrutiny on. Who cares? But yeah, the individual identity part is the part that probably snuck in, because otherwise, and I don't know the context that this was written. I'm sure there was a well-meaning. This is a poem from the 60s. But when you apply it today, it's just that little bit of globalist propaganda they just kind of toss into your day that you don't notice. And I just saw it and I'm like, what is this? And it's subtle. It's not like overt. And again, the last part, the individual identities, the strengths of our individual identities. This is probably the most important part to any of this, because the individual is the smallest minority, and the individual has been under attack for 100+ years. And that's what has to be protected. We can be collectivism. Everybody has their own issues, and I don't necessarily think everybody can solve everyone else's issues. I'm a strong believer that the only person that can solve your issues are the man or the woman, or whatever you prefer. You see in the mirror. That doesn't mean we can't come together and help when we can, but this committing to this is where something, I'm sure this is meant a lot more well-meaning when it was written, but it's something that when you look at when time gives it his time, and you extract it out, you look and you say, is collectivism, did that really work? I think tolerance is what we're looking for. We keep saying equality. I think equality is a fallacy, because there's no two equivalent things on Earth. An orange is not equivalent to an apple, and an apple is not equivalent to an orange. It doesn't make an apple superior to an orange, or an orange inferior to an apple, or vice versa. They're just different, and there's nothing wrong with different. And tolerance is a lot more important than making everything, because equality, once you start talking about that, it's hard not to get to equal outcome. And all you can provide is equal opportunity. You can't get equal outcome. So when you start talking equality, that's the thing. And we start talking, coming together. Yeah, we do need to come together when we see injustice, when we see actual injustice. That's the thing behind the agenda. We're all coming together because it's BS. It's attack on free speech. And that's an important thing. But it's not to stay together to be this globalist mesh. And you don't even think these things that mean well mean so much harm, but trust me, there's a globalist tint to a lot of stuff. So let's see what we got in the comments from me rambling before we get into, oh man, you the stuff behind me. So let's see, Stone Cold saying what up to Fimmer. Yes, that MK trail looks electric. I got giddy like a real fan. That's why I want to provide that. It's pure kick ass. Just saw Shadow behind the petition. Oh shit, it could be the Banshee, West Moody. Could be the Banshee, or it could be the Asian women. Use Brave, the browser, auto cookie, JavaScript blocking. Really hates move those Google pop-up ads. So I use StreamYards. Doesn't work as well on Brave, or even if I share the screen and I need audio, especially on this episode, we're going to watch a trailer. It won't work. So that's why I have to use Chrome, and I hate Chrome. But hell, West Modi, Rajesh is right. Hell, man. Dude, you ever see the recent Steven Universe PSA? Holy shit, it's the most racist thing I've ever seen. Damn, I mean, do those people ever hear or see what they do? No, they do not, and I know I did not. I covered the Zimzer PSA they had with a Steven Universe character a few months back, but I did not cover that, and I didn't even know that was happening. Guys saying hi to each other. All the individualism crap. Or collectivism is socialist. Yeah, a lot of it's socialist propaganda. A lot of these people, McCarthy was right, bro. Family's been under attack for years and years and years. And I have liberal sensibilities even to this day, and I used to consider myself a liberal. Let's not kid ourselves. The neocons were a real thing, man. That's why a lot of them are on the liberal side now. Neocons are evil motherfuckers. So everyone's conservative is the wave, and I consider myself probably libertarian, leaning with splashes of populism that makes sense. But like I remember when they were saying that the LGBTQ stuff would destroy the family back in the 90s and 2000s, and I just thought they were bigoted when they said that, right? But they ended up being right, not for the reasons they said. They just said, "Oh, there be gay people being married, I'll just ruin everything." That was not how they were right. They were right because what ended up happening is the victim Olympics. They couldn't foresee that. They couldn't foresee somebody who's being LGBTQ used as a weapon, as a shield. You know what I mean? They couldn't foresee that happening. And infiltrating the culture and pushing the culture so far that if you don't use pronouns, you're this horrible person. You call somebody by their name. If I call Elliot Page by the wrong name, Elliot Page, who I had a crush on when he was younger, so it keeps me intersectional. If I call that person by the wrong name, I am this horrible bigot, and that's just untrue. And so the LGBTQ push, even though again something that probably the right to get married, I'm a libertarian. You got the right to do what the fuck you want. This push a positive. There was a negative tint behind a lot of things. The civil rights movement, they pushed socialism behind it. It happened, and that is the reason we have the black community that we have. And that matriarchal socialism is coming for a neighborhood near you. Yeah, the family's under attack everywhere. That's why Black Lives Matter put so much money into the Central Family. I still have not started the show. I'm going a half hour. Haven't started. Jesus, I'm rambling. These bastards want to put the human race into the brick. They very much do. Belina looked good in the trailer. Everybody looked good to me. Not everyone be safe. Check on the rewatch. Oh, I wish I could have got to. This is what I get for being such a loud mouth and a blabbermouth. Hell, Lord Thoth. Have a good night. I know it's late. And I know actually, I think she's yelling at parked cars, I think started. So I'm not on it because I'll be on it sometimes, but I'll be doing a lot less stuff with a lot of people, even Wes, because I got a something certification to work on in real life. Robert, I think would have worked better in Melina because the actor for Melina will later have to work as they can use two actresses for them because the clothes stuff. They can use twins. See, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with the production. You guys may know more than me. They want to destroy motherhood, femininity. Don't want to live in a world where women can't be sexy or exist. They want to destroy masculinity. They want us all to be the NPC blobs. I don't mean the actress is an awful choice. Hey, dude, give me. Hey, I got a lot of stuff to cover, man. A lot of stuff to cover. So I know Thoth is already gone. I'm sorry, but hey, don't rush a pimp, Filmer. Don't rush a pimp. I know you're gonna have more subs than me without a video as my mouse completely amber turns the bed. But don't rush a pimp. So let's get into some negative stuff that I felt digging around on old bounding. And yeah, we got the ad situation as my neck can barely move. It's this shit. I'm not even gonna read the headline, but I just want to remind you, this is the Hollywood, the sanctimonious, and I actually will get to where's the thing? I'll get to that next. Geez, where is it? CW. Sorry. I want to actually, if I can get to. Where is it? I thought I had it up. Maybe I missed it. I'll find it real quick. The thing, but yeah, this is the Hollywood that tells us how bad we are for liking a certain thing or voting a certain way or not agreeing with them. The Hollywood that celebrated Woody Allen, who in this video, 7-year-old Dylan Farrow is heard accusing Woody Allen of doing this, as you can see, touching parts that this is disgusting. And it's a newly released video. I'll just read the first paragraph. You kind of get what's happened. Dylan Farrow, 1992 accusation that she was touched by her adoptive father, who married a 13-year-old, if you remember. Woody Allen has received, or if it's 15, whatever she was, attention following the release of previously unseen footage in which a young Farrow can be heard explicitly stating that the Oscar award-winning director, who had won many Oscars, I think he even was nominated well after this, was touching her in an inappropriate place in the home video recorded by Allen's wife, Mia Farrow, in 1992. So it stayed in the, behind doors for almost 30 years. Recently made public by the actress in service of the documentary, an allegation, Allen versus Farrow, a 7-year-old Dylan can be heard detailing 2 incidents in which the director allegedly touched her. And so this is the Hollywood. They protected this guy. He did movies after this, and this was something that was on footage. This is the Hollywood that tells us how bad we are. And we'll get to other rumors. I'm mad that I can't find. There's the Aquaman. We'll get to this next. Let's move it up. But this is the Hollywood that sanctimonious. This is the Hollywood that tells us how bad we are. So, all right, Finner, if you're still here, what do you say? Yeah, you rushing the pimp. Here's damn Aquaman. This is Aquaman. This is what people want. We talk about masculinity and femininity. He got women into the building because of how he looks, and that's nothing wrong with that. And he was a badass. I didn't see Aquaman, but he came off badass. He should have been Lobo, but he said he was Aquaman. And Aquaman, as you know, has had a history of kind of being made fun of as a character. And I think the past 15, 20 years has done him a lot of good. The Brave and the Bold, that cartoon, did him a lot of good. A lot of he was done well in a lot of the movies. And they're trying to undo all of that. And Aquaman was long thought to be an LGBTQ member in a very disparaging way. And now it looks like they're bringing that stuff back full circle with this art. This is, somebody said earlier, it might have been Fimmer, why, if comics were like the last Ronin, we wouldn't have the comic industry. This is a visual medium, right? The thing that has killed me about comics this entire time is no matter what race, no matter what gender and gender identity, no matter what these characters are with that, why can't they be drawn properly? Why can't they be designed properly? Why do you get a safe space and a snowflake and a trailblazer and the rest of those new warriors who didn't even come out, who are offensive, legitimately offensive to the groups that they're trying to represent? Why do you get this? Look at this. And to be 100% fair, in the interest of fairness, I mentioned the Brave and the Bold? Could this be some situation where there's like a comedy twist and it's very fun? Maybe. But is that what you think? This looks like Steven Universe, and we know how fun that fan base is. All right, an alleged first look at the upcoming James Wan produced Aquaman King of Atlantis, an animated miniseries, looks absolutely atrocious and features Aquaman and Mera drawn in that hideous but now classic cow art style. The first look that was shared to Twitter by what's on HBO Max, an account that makes it clear they are not affiliated with or owned by Warner Media. So this is just a kind of an HBO Max fan account. They wrote on Twitter the first promotional image, and sorry for that a second ago. First promotional image of HBO Max's Aquaman King of Atlantis has been released, and we get this. And there's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for this whatsoever. I don't understand how intersectionality means bad art. I understand bad story. I understand a bunch of garbage stories, but if we had good art, I think we would still have a lot of the fan base, because this is a visual medium. And there are good artists out there, and they just don't use them. They want to use it. There are good intersectional artists out there. There are good artists who are from every background, who can draw, who can express themselves with art. But that's not who you pick. You pick a style that doesn't work, that has been proven over and over again to fail. And you won't fucking stop. WB has access to money and the very same people that make Young Justice in the DC animated cinematic universe. And the DC TV universe that they had, and the movies that weren't even in their anime universe that they ended up getting rid of. There's some were good, some were bad. And I don't think their anime universe movies were the best animated movies they made. They had Superman All-Star, they had The Dark Knight Returns, which almost to me I thought was actually better than the comics. Not supposed to say that. But the comic, even though I like the rough art, a lot of people don't. And the story, Frank Miller is a ham-fisted storyteller. He misses out on details all the damn time. So the movie filled a lot of that in. They have access to that type of talent. They have access to Bruce Timm. They have access to, I have a clip that I play from, it's actually, I screenshotted it from the freaking, is this the right one? Yeah, a screenshot is from the HBO Max stream.
No, Dick. This is my hunt.
Now, how much better does that look than this? And that's not a physical Abby style. You want to say Abby, not Abby Smash, but like where everyone's all abs and super chesticles out. You know what I mean? Look how much better. I'll give you one more go of that. One more go. Look how much better this looks than this.
No, Dick. This is my hunt.
See, you can see Robin's emotions. He was, because if you the context of that show episode, great episode. I think it's I Am the Night. Or am I mixing that up with the Brave and the Bold? But anyways, it's about Batman. Commissioner Gordon, to spoiler alert, I don't have the Jake DD. Spoiler alert, Commissioner Gordon ends up in the hospital. Batman ends up depressed. The Penguin, he's reading the newspaper. Penguin gets off because of a technicality or something. And he's wondering if he should even be Batman while, shit's going down. And eventually Robin's had enough of him wallowing. He's going to do it. But then Batman gets up and say, no, Robin, this is my hunt. But Robin, because they were playing through their friction. You see that level of frustration on Robin's face, and that little bit of details. Just you're not going to get that from this CalArts piece of crap. I mean, Aquaman was always cool. He was a badass. Only really people thought he was a joke because of the 60s cartoon. But now he's going to be a joke again. Fuck. Yeah, the 60s cartoon did him no favors, but people still liked him. He still got popularity. Oh, man, he's your favorite. Why are they doing this to my dude? He made my damn childhood. This brings tears to my soul. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. This is going to be the hardest part of this whole experience, and it's hard even for me, is trying to be apathetic to something that you cared so much about because they're using it as a weapon. They're using the things you love as a weapon. What's happening to us is, it's something that happens to our heroes. If you ever saw that, we talked about the anime universe. It's off of the storyline Tower of Babel, but Justice League Doom, in which all of the Justice League's weaknesses are being used against them. We're the Justice League who have our weaknesses, the things that we love, the things we care about, the country we care about, used against us. You know what I mean? We have to navigate this world. So I'm sorry, Fimmer, that sucks. Yeah, they literally have the access to the best. Why are they doing this CalArts thing? Why is a company that's 150 billion with a B for boy? Why in the world are they wasting money on something they know will fail? And intersectionality, my ass. If you want to make this intersectional, make it look fucking good. All right, seriously, regrets the past 15, 20 years. Compare this to Aquaman, the X-Men from the 90s, or even X-Men from the 2000s, X-Men Evolution, or X-Men, it was X-Men Evolution, and then Wolverine X-Men. Look at those cartoons, and look at this. It's night and day. X-Men in the 90s is a million times better than modern stuff. Great stuff. There's a video roundtable that you can find fairly recent of the X-Men voice actors telling stories together. And there's some clips from some of the ones who have passed. And it's a very, very cool thing for anyone who's a fan of that show and a fan of the X-Men. So you should check that out. Hell, Gomer Kyle. Hell, Fathead Druid. How you doing, man? How you doing? Oh, man. You guys saying, hey, so you're late. What are they doing to Aquaman? This is Aquaman. This is Mirror. Now, to be fair, Mirror's played by Amber Turd, so no one likes her. Who cares that she's got a unibrow? But this is what they're doing to Aquaman. This art. They're making him look like this. They have access to the best artists in the world. They have access to the same people who made Young Justice, DC Animated Universe, the DC movies that were outside their animated cinematic universe, and the DC animated television universe from the Bruce Timm 90s and 2000s era. They have access to all of those minds, all of those artists, all of the talent, all of the new best talent that comes out. And Charlie Snogans, if you ever seen him, he does a lot of Commonsgate stuff. He's a brilliant artist. They have access to any artist that you can possibly imagine, but they pick CalArts garbage every single time, and I do not understand it. I don't get it. Yeah, you saw us earlier. The artwork's an absolute joke. And you guys saying hi to each other. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I want someone to come and explain this to me, even from a, intersectional standpoint. Like, I understand even though it's evil. I understand why we have so much wokeness, even though it loses money. There are shadow puppet people paying for it. He was mentioned earlier, Emperor Palpatine rhymes a little bit with Oreos, but if you just say Oros, oh wait, but yeah, that guy, he's one of many. He's the name game. He's the figurehead, but there's a lot of people putting it in that pot. A lot of people putting even more than him, believe it or not. Okay, there's a shadowy Cobra is funding this. The international bankers, who are different races and nationalities, believe it or not, different groups. There's a lot of different groups together ruining our lives. But okay, we're evil. We want to put evil messages in everything, or intersectional messages in everything, and destroy society, right? Wouldn't you at least make that a little bit more palatable with the art and the visuals and be a little bit more subtle? Wouldn't you try, even if you're just pure evil, pure just we don't even care about these beliefs. We're just trying to watch the world burn. We're just trying to subjugate the people, turn them on to gray blobs. Wouldn't you use good art to do it? That's a simple question. I'm telling you, even if you're the most evil, socialist, intersectional, billionaire, trillionaire fund genius, and we're funding all this evil stuff, and even though this company's $150 billion in debt, we'll fund this intersectional show. We'll fund Batwoman's 3rd season. Wouldn't you use better artists, especially artists? I understand using shitty people in a production for a film or something because it costs money, but you can still get good art for cheap. And they just don't want to. They want to give us garbage. They truly do. A little bit for Kim Possible. And Kim Possible looks better than this. Maybe, I haven't seen this in motion. I don't know how the animation is going to look. Actually, let me get off camera for a second. So I can read. I'm okay with how Mira looks, but Arthur, you know what? Fuck it. I ain't gonna be mad at this. This is what they want to get attention from anger. Don't fall. That's how Teen Titans Go made it. Yeah, they are. That's another thing they are doing. And maybe that is why we got art like this, to rage bait us into caring about their content. Hell, I'll bring Aquaman back, maybe not as DC, but as a parody. Still pose the spirit of the character. Fuck them all. Yeah, you're the future. You're the future, Fimmer. You're the future you're the person we need to replace this stuff with. Hell, this is just Aquaman art. This looks recent. This looks a lot better. Why can't we get stuff that looks like this? And I get, this is probably going to be a kid show, kid oriented. But Batman animated series was kid oriented. X-Men the comics, or X-Men the cartoon animated series, that was for kids. That was for kids. It was for people my age in the 90s. And it was good. And people liked it. And it didn't insult its intelligence. It didn't insult the older brothers or the parents who may be watching with their kids. It made something it made something intellectually stimulating for people of all ages. It didn't insult the intelligence of their youthful audience. And they used art that looked good. You can still make something for kids look good. They choose not to. And you know what, Fenrir? I think you're right. I think it is a rage-based situation. So speaking of rage bait, this motherfucker here, Ruan Roundhead motherfucking Johnson. I'm so tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking Death Star. Yeah, it did happen to Thundercats. So I just get done to Thundercats and made my piss boil. Now I can't be bothered to give a damn about it. That's the evolution. We got to just stop caring about it. But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous and astounding because that has nothing to do with intersectionality. They could get an LGBTQ trans artist who can fucking draw. No problem. No problem. I'm not saying no problem, but it's just there's just too many talented artists out there. There's too many people who can do so much better without any training. I'm thinking about every artist I've saw in high school who, oh man, this guy can draw or this girl can draw. Like they're all better than this. So this Cinema Blend story about Ruan. Oh wait, let's see. We get to you guys' comments. Things I loved about the old DC cartoons didn't teach kids like idiots. It did through great heavy stories that hit viewers big time with emotion. Once uncle caught me watching. Yeah, Man, I had my stepdad would watch a lot of that stuff. He was really big. He was, he kind of got me into a lot of nerd stuff. He was really big, so he was watching it. He was watching like Sailor Moon and anime before it was like a thing. Like there were no grown men watching Sailor Moon. My stepdad was watching. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is cool. I like anime." It wasn't even called anime, which is Japanese cartoons back then. Oh man, that Solomon Grundy episode. Yeah, you said you were 8, he was 25. That Solomon Grundy episode with Hawk Girl. That shit hits you in the feels, man. Square in the fucking feels. Square in the field. A lot of those episodes, the shit with Ace and Batman, and it actually includes kind of the series finale of Batman Beyond because it's like after it. Holy smokes, that episode and that scene is incredible. I cry like almost every time I watch it. I ain't gonna lie, shit hits me right in the feels. All right, let's talk about something that's terrible though. Let's talk about something that's fucking terrible, and I'm hoping I hope this is a troll. I hope this is just some rage bait to kind of get us off the trail of Gina. Given just how popular Star Wars is, a generation of fans feel very strongly about a galaxy far, far away. As such, every new release inspires some hot takes, and there's at least a pinch of backlash. Skyward, okay, this is cinema blend with a lot of fucking spin. Let's get to the meat of this shit. Let's get to the meat. I don't want to hear that spin. Fan theory, Okay, this revelation comes to us from the Twitter of journalist. I don't know who this journalist is, Saria Wilson, who recently spoke with Ruin Johnson about a Star Wars debut, which also implies there's going to be more. The Last Jedi, which is inarguably the worst piece of media, the most divisive piece of media that has ever come out. Although, no, it hasn't gained more love. Again, spins the Knives Out director saw Kylo Ren and Rey's relationship as a romantic one to bring on the Reylo shippers. Stupid. Throughout all three of the Star Wars tragedy, or the sequel tragedy, Kylo Ren shared a fascinating chemistry after their first battle on the Farce Awakens. The two were able to connect in the Last Jedi. They used the Force version of FaceTime to communicate. Yeah, that was logical. Fought against Snoke's elite forces together. It's seemingly this reason that Ruin Johnson co-signs their romantic storyline. Okay, I want to get to. Here you go. On the big screen will return to Star Wars with Patty Jenkins. Ruin Johnson also confirmed he's still planning a trilogy of his own. That's the thing. And there's a lot of spin in this article. It's unbearable. So I'm reading around a lot of it. But this is the thing. Daisy kind of looks hot right here. She I have a thing for Daisy. Really, she's cute to me. You could not tell in the fucking movies that she was cute. But yeah, you could not tell that she was cute in that movie. And in those movies, she is kind of cute. And the movies ruined her career. We talk about what they did to John Boyega and how much they minimized her, but they ruined. She's doing voice acting for games now. She can't get a role. She was in billion-dollar franchises. She has to do voice acting for games now. That's kind of fucked up. So Daisy, if you need help, you can holler at I'm on Minds. Hit me up at Vigilante Williamson. You need a place to stay. I got you. It had emotion. It thought about faith, love, strength, and rising from pain, your base of darkness. Talked about friendship in that Hawkman or Hawk Girl, Solomon Grundy episode. And yeah, I guess maybe Sailor Moon was to get to the rough times with old moms, because his stepdad was a lot of issues. Well, I still got love for my stepdad. Sailor Moon helped a lot of boys get to puberty. Yeah, Sailor Jupiter for the win. I miss those days. I want the next generation to have that. I'm young. I'm still learning. Make mistakes in my writing, but I want them to have same feelings I did growing up. That's why, keep doing this YouTube thing. Eventually, you'll do content on your channel. Keep writing. Keep getting better. You're only 18. It's okay for you to be terrible now. If you are, get better. That's the most important thing. Get better each day. Develop, because we need you. Like, you are going to be one of these writers who writes the franchise or the piece of media that we use to replace this garbage. So that's why we need you. That's why your career is really important to me, all jokes aside. Shows from childhood that today when I watch Suck, Al, Full House, Perfect Strangers, etc. Same thing from the era. Batman anime series holds up. Yeah, TMNT and the X-Men cartoon. X-Men cartoon we mentioned, but TMNT also holds up. Yeah, a lot of this stuff doesn't hold up. A lot of stuff, but you could be nostalgic for it. Like I know a lot of people who were just in the Full House for the quote unquote wholesome charm. It's like like in Seventh Heaven or something like that. Even though that was more religious. I want them to be entertained, learn about humanity, not the evil SJW wokies want to teach. I want to show what we could be if we grab hope that there's a better tomorrow, like Gene Roddenberry. Just make sure you don't do the same thing with the ladies that old Gene did, because I don't want you out in the Me Too situation. Cartoons held up with live action shows from then didn't. Now cartoons are copy and paste. That's just crazy to think that the cartoons held up. There's some live action shows that definitely held up and actually even aged well. The last great cartoon, I remember Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I did like that. It's been a while since I checked it out, but Earth's Mightiest Heroes was good. There was an X-Men and Wolverine, and then Brave and the Bold also came out in that era, I believe. So those, depending on which one was the latest, I would say that. Maybe I'm sure. Is there anything else in the beginning of the 2000s that you would put above? Chat, help me out. Is there anything else in terms of animation, as far as the series goes, that you would put? And not anime. We're not talking anime. We're talking American-based or Western type animation. Is there any animation outside of Earth's Mightiest Heroes that, if you guys know, because I do remember that series and it was really good. I did like that. I even liked the terrible reboot they had of that, because it was fun. It was terrible. It was more MCU, but it was fun. Oh yeah, Kai MFS is a published author. He's a published author. He says, just keep writing, brother. When I start, everyone does. Yeah, Kai's MFS is a published writer. Another writer that we absolutely need to create the franchise that we are going to replace this franchise. And I don't have a link handy, but you get his book. I need to get it myself and read it. Yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, great content. Finver can't wait. We can't wait till Finver has his own channel. So Disney, but who watches that spit anymore? Yeah. I still have a Disney minus because it's through a family member. Only streaming service I'm paying for is HBO Max. Thanks. I got to bounce. Hope you have a good stream. See you in the Brave and the Bold meeting. Yeah, see you on Saturday, man. Shout out to Finver. I appreciate you being here. I'm glad I got in your story before you left. Sucks I couldn't get to the damn Mortal Kombat trailer before Thoth left. Young Justice is great. And yeah, thanks. I will keep going until I get in the screen. Yeah. It'd be cool if you guys link up. If you, I don't know if you guys can. Family Matters is still good. Quantum Leap. That's a series. Another series I want to revisit is Quantum Leap. X-Men Evolution. I like X-Men. It was okay, but not groundbreaking. It's a show. I liked it. I like Wolverine. The X-Men I think was a little bit better. But X-Men Evolution was cool. It was fun. Wolverine, the X-Men. I saw that. It was only like one season, right? But it was really good, and I think it ended on a cliffhanger. I can't remember it offhand. I never saw anything. I thought Hulk and the Agents of Smash looked like too kiddie for me, so I never really checked that out. But I thought Brave and the Bold was too kiddie, and I ended up checking it out and liking it. So yeah, you guys saying bye to the old Ice Wolf himself. I'm nostalgic about it all, but some cannot be saved by nostalgia. Yeah. Understood. And let me get back on camera real quick. My neck and my back and my neck hurt. And my freaking this mask, not really a mask. Hopefully I don't look crazy. You know what I'll do? Let's start the cam off so I can see how crazy I look. All right, I'm back. Hopefully I don't look crazy. Alrighty. So yeah, you talked about hope. That's why I got the S on the chest. Even though Batman's my favorite superhero, I'm starting to really, as I get older, really understand the importance of having a Superman and having a character. Oh, Metal Apocalypse. Primal is something I want to see. Primal is something I've been meaning to see. I'm behind on a lot of stuff. I'm behind on life. Yeah, Primal is something I want to see. But Superman, hope is important. And having characters that represent hope who are idealistic are important. Very important. Back to Rowan Johnson. I've seen people with the theory that this is all interference to run for the Gina Carano thing. I hope so. I hope we don't get a Rowan Johnson trilogy. I hope he's just trolling and that we could get old Roundhead out of our way. He's a piece of crap. Have not seen Bat Metal. Is that you talking about the comic thing? I think Dark Knight's Meadow, or you talking about something else? Let me know, Robert. I'm going to move on to the next story. I'm already an hour in. I have a lot of stuff to cover because I've been rambling and rambling and rambling. So this rumor is an awesome fucking rumor. Say what you will about Sparkly Boy, and I've called him Sparkly. I started off pro Robert Pattinson, and then the reports and all about how he's difficult. At first, I was still trying to, we can be either or. Now it's like, no, too much smoke. When I heard this rumor, I thought, hey, we all get one life. If you told me that he, for lack of a better term, bust inside Zoe Kravitz on top of the Batmobile and got her knocked up, I would say, even though it sounds like a crazy answer, it sounds like some shit you hear in middle school, right? If it was true, I would say bravo, brother, because there's only one life. You give one chance. You're not going to get the opportunity to beat Batman and busting a hot girl. Even if you have a kid, child support, like, hey, I'm glad you're here because it was worth it. It was worth it. But apparently, these rumors are just that. Rumors. At least that's what Small Screen is telling us. Exclusive, those rumors Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz were caught having sex on the Batman set are utter rubbish, unfortunately. Dun, dun, dun. Actually, I think I have two stories up. I'll get rid of this one. We'll talk about that later. Right, this really isn't a story I want to have as much research on, right? But I've been forced because how much traction these rumors are getting on the internet. So there have been rumors that Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz will report Cardi having sex on a set of Batman. There were rumors that Zoe was even pregnant with Robert's child, which is crazy. I want to get to the bottom of this, find out where the rumor came from, and find out whether or not it's actually true. Since it's something I enjoy. Okay, whatever. Yes, Small Screen, you're so great. I have no idea the journalistic integrity of this site, but come on. And I get not, if you're just not somebody who wants to be done with this. So, first off, what was the rumor claiming? Where did it come from? Well, it's not surprising that the rumor came off from old Chan, but they have some valid stuff every now and again. And honestly, I don't go there. I've never been a Chan guy. The person who shared the post on the image board website claimed they were working on the set of the Batman, and Pattinson and Kravitz were caught getting it on. And here's the post. I'm gonna get off camera so I can actually read it. Let me see what you guys said. Something else, Batman Metal Forever. I'll check it out. Yeah, high five to you if he did this. Say what you want about the sparkly motherfucker, but good job. Zoe Kravitz is pretty cute. I'm working on the set of Batman. So in about a week or so, hopefully you're not looking at my face, you're not. Just have to check back. So in about a week or so, all media will go after him for what he and Zoe did on the set of the Batman last week. We, a lot of workers with Matt Reeves, caught Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz having sex on a Batmobile prop. It's one of the worst things I ever saw in his career. Matt was so furious, he interrupted them, and that's not all. Zoe took a pregnancy test, and she's pregnant, and everyone believes it's Pattinson's. Since October, Robert and Zoe started dating in secret. We all knew as we saw them together after work. She recently divorced her husband, though, and I'm purely disgusted by that act. But it was her and Pattinson. All I know is that Reeves is so furious he may not do Batman 2 and 3 as he planned and let someone else direct. He literally told Pattinson, "You are the most entitled, narcissistic actor I ever worked to. You go back to work. We finish filming in March, and then we are done. I don't ever work with you again after this film." He said he even refused to do reshoots if they will be needed. I don't know what they are going to do now, but they try to keep the situation on a leash before the media makes it official. So that's what 4chan has to say about that. Had to do the pause, kind of. I don't know if it helped, but and it could be bullshit. Could be all bullshit. Wait a second. This headline this other article. Hollywood to be going trial CG sex scenes to prevent coof spread. That'll be not as fun. But hey, if you got Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, the rumors say you don't need to do all that. They didn't stop there. They also claimed they were okay, this is just them talking. Back to the article. Third supposed crew out Okay, they're just this they're just they're just disputing 4chan, but it's not talking about it. There's just been so much talk about him having issues with Matt Reeves, and I'm not sure if that this could be complete BS, but the fact that you keep hearing it, you can't help but to wonder if it's true. But then again, hey, you tell a lie often enough, people start to believe it. Oh my God. The unsubstantiated claims, and for a lot of YouTubers, they seem to enjoy spreading these rumors. Overload DVD. Fuck you. Fuck you. Did he even make a video on this subject, you fucking liar? I should really, you know what? Fuck you. So this article has nothing to unsubstantiate this claim, except this one, their source. We just got to believe their source. This guy who doesn't know who Doomcock is, or at least is trying to make fun of them. Fuck you. Doomcock never said any goddamn thing about this, to my knowledge, unless I'm wrong. And he released a video today while I was asleep. I took a nap after work, but he hasn't even talked about this. And most people, when they cover rumors, whether it's Doomcock, whether it's Clownfish, anyone else, they say there's rumors. I'm a YouTuber. I got 260 now. If you guys hear, and I love you all. I'm covering the fact that it may indeed be a false rumor. I mean, it sounds cool, but there's no. Okay, whatever. So this is what this person did. He said, contacted some people who I know to be working on the Batman project and asked them to clarify whether there's any truth to the rumors. Before I reveal what they had to say in the matter, I just want to make it clear that I did ask these people if they were okay being directly quoted. Most of them said yes, and here's what they had to say. This didn't happen. It's other rubbish spread by some guy on the internet, which it very well could be. No, we do not believe these rumors. All of this stuff, well, when you know for sure, all the stuff about there being issues on the set are not true. Rob and Zoe, when I caught banging on the bloody Batmobile, there are no issues between Rob and Matt. They all had their differences on certain things, but it's all creative stuff about the character, and they're getting along. So this is what this person's sources said. These two random people that you don't know from a site that's talking shit about YouTubers who you do know against some other motherfuckers' opinion who you don't know. Or maybe three. A person says I've known since my school days and now working in the film industry. So well, they're in the industry doesn't mean that. What I can say is there's no truth to these rumors. Seem like a lot of YouTubers. There's nothing to refute. Like if you read through this BS article, and it pissed me off coming at Doomcock. I don't like that shit. But he doesn't. All he has is other people's opinions, who you have as much knowledge of their identity. They're just people working in film, and there's one source who just works in the film industry, not necessarily. And he's just talking shit about YouTubers. I haven't really heard a lot. It's just been something that you saw in the chats and stuff like that. He's been spot on with plenty of rumors. He called Gina getting fired. Yeah, and it turns out the rumor about Jon Favreau having to step in for Gina has some credence to it. He's been right on a lot of stuff, and Doomcock was my entry into the fandom minutes. The first video, well, very technically, it's actually Anna, because I saw her right after, like in 2018, and I remember like, wow, there's a woman talking about all this crazy feminism shit. It blew my mind. But you know how YouTube unsubs people, her and Ripper, because Ripper, he's another one I found early. Somehow I got unsubbed from them for a while and then had to take it till recently to come back. But my getting really hardcore into the fandom minutes was Doomcock. I found his channel with the rumors about Ray Palpatine back when that stuff came out, and of course they were true. I actually found the Reddit post first. I was on Reddit, found the post, and started looking for more stuff on it. Found Doomcock's channel, and that led the algorithmic gimmick to somehow find Yellow Flash, find Neurotic, and then I found Tug, and I found a lot of people again. That's I found Anna and Ripper again, and a bunch of other channels that I now follow and been watching for the past almost 18 months since that video came out. So I like Doomcock a ton. Obviously, I'm doing a mask gimmick myself, so it's a bit of an inspiration. I had this gimmick for some years, but just didn't think to do it as a YouTube. I wasn't going to be a YouTuber until Gary and a lot of people kind of inspired people. I'm like, you know what? I'll use this gimmick to do it. This could be rumors. This could be bullshit. We don't know. We have no idea. But the audacity of this spin, this is a very spud article, man. And it could be very well true. Could be utter bullshit. But they're coming at YouTubers. They went at Doomcock for no reason, because I don't think he's covering or reporting on this. They're mentioning this motherfucker, who I honestly know nothing about, but they just tossed this guy Cannon in every goddamn thing. I know his name's not Cannon. I gotta say it in a way that don't get in trouble with this bitch Susan, ex-heroin addict who just started boozing, who just started using, loves booze and alternative music. It's an Eminem reference for those who don't know. We don't know if this rumor is true. It sounds kind of crazy. Yeah, sheer fucking hubris. I really need that drop, right? That's exactly what this is. You know what? It could be untrue, but what evidence do you have? What evidence do you have? Who is this? Edward Lauder, this POS, because it's okay to remember some of these guys' names. It is not okay to contact them. It is never okay to contact them. In fact,
stand away! All of you! I don't want his mom. Do you understand?
Do not contact this motherfucker, Edward Lauder. He's a smart ball, but leave this motherfucker alone. Leave this smarmy motherfucker alone. Know his name in case he writes some more smarmy bullshit. So you say, oh, this is the same motherfucker who wrote this bullshit. It may be untrue. It sounds too fantastical to be true. But hey, sometimes life is stranger than fiction. My whole issue is the tone of this article is just so discrediting. It comes off like someone who's trying to discredit this, who's planted, who's maybe studio, who's maybe whatever. And it's just like, well, why was somebody post this on the internet? Well, people have been posting shit from sets for a while, motherfucker. It's been happening the past decade. Not sure where you've been. And some of it has been valid. Some of it's been bullshit, of course. And this can very well be bullshit. And this does not read like somebody's fantasy, like this writer said. Like, this writer does a lot of disingenuous stuff in this article. So this is the spin. I probably should have read the Bonnie article, but I'm glad I did. So you see some of the spin. They're fucking with Doomcock. They put some respect on Doomcock's name, motherfucker. And then we have sources too, and our sources are just as ambiguous and they don't even say what their roles are with the movies. Like, granted, I get you don't want to dox people, but at least, be more specific. I think I have no idea if Robert Pattinson sploosh inside Zoe Kravitz on top of the Batmobile got her knocked up. It would be cool if he did, but you know what I mean? Just for cool factor. But it's a fantastical rumor. It could be bullshit. All the rumors could be bullshit. There are people, who don't want this to succeed. And I have my own apprehensive nature about it. But don't spin shit like this. Just report the goddamn story. Okay. So, I'm getting through this. I'm probably hopefully a little bit more than halfway in the podcast. I know it's getting late, and I know a lot of you are probably watching if it's going. I'm not sure if it started yet, but yelling at parked cars. So I apologize if you guys are doing a double screen thing, and I appreciate it. Appreciate it if you guys are doing it. I know a lot of people have come over from that show. So if it is going, I think I can't remember if he started was at 10 or 11 today, because I know his power was back on. Him being Comics Division, shout out to Comics Division. He showed me a lot of love, and I can't thank Comics Division enough for all of my channel growth. Because he's somebody else, along with Gary, there's been a lot of people who helped me along the way. So I thank them. And so sorry for going long if I'm interrupting you guys from him, or you guys got to do the double dose stuff. I'm not sure what's going on in the outside world. I kind of woke up and just woke up, looked at a bunch of shit, fell down a rabbit hole, and started to stream after work. All right. Looking beyond his upcoming Netflix-produced zombie heist film, Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder has revealed that he's developing a treatment for one of history's most mythical warriors. Speaking to the Minuteman podcast, or 1 Minute Man podcast, the director revealed that he's working on a true to the lore adaptation of King Arthur, though he's unsure if it'll be made anytime soon. So this is just something he's working on personally. And I'm pretty sure King Arthur is a public domain character. At least to my knowledge. I'm not sure if there's like a specific one that isn't, or a rendition that isn't. I'm working with something we'll see, Snyder said in the interview. I've been thinking about some kind of retelling, like a faithful retelling of the Arthurian mythos logical concept. Unfortunately, that will never be made because it's about old England and that everyone has to be black now. Which, depending on what you believe, there are some people who think the Moors were black, and there's a lot of people of Moorish descent, including even Anne Boleyn, who's been controversially recast as a black woman. There's a reason I didn't touch that subject because I'm like, there's a non-zero chance if you believe some of the alternative history, she may have actually been or had some of that. But I don't know. I wasn't there. The director did stress a second time the fans may be eager for his version of King Arthur, but they have to wait and see. Maybe that'll come at some point. Unfortunately, I think Zack Snyder, he's damn near jaded from Hollywood. He can do Netflix stuff, but I don't see him working with DC ever or Warner ever again after this Snyder cut. And he'll even talk about that in his article. They talk about a few attempts for the King Arthur, but I'm a little more interested in the Snyder cut stuff. Oh, Merlin. I think I remember Merlin being pretty decent. I can't remember that. I remember that being pretty decent. As for Snyder, fans can look forward to his finish. This Photoshop. Bounty, I love you. I'm not sure if you guys did this. This looks pretty cheesy. Though their fans can look forward to his finished cut of Justice League, which will premiere on HBO Max in a few weeks, in about a month. I think it's the 18th of March. So yeah, about 4 weeks. Though there are rumors that direct sequels to the DC EU ensemble film could at long last be back on the table, Snyder isn't so optimistic. Excuse me. Should have muted. My bad. He addressed must be cool. He addressed with the Minutemen, telling them Warner Brothers isn't interested. We've heard Walter Hamada say that. I've even covered it on this podcast before. The reality is, as far as I know, there's no interest and or appetite to do more of these movies from Warner Brothers with me anyway. Which is, I don't know if it's a shame. I haven't seen the Snyder Cut. We'll find out how much of a shame it is. Because Warner Media in general has no clue what they're doing. While that may be Warner Bros. Current outlook on the DCEU, it's possible the studio could reverse course should the Snyder Cut become a runaway hit. And I don't know. I'm optimistic for the visuals of the Snyder Cut. I'm not necessarily optimistic for the story of the Snyder Cut. All right. However, until then, the future, any DCEU sequel is in the same boat as the director's King Arthur movie. In other words, we have to just wait and see. So that's that for the Snyder fans. We don't know what's going to happen with the Snyder Cut. We don't know if it's going to be successful. We don't know if the numbers may be fudged. This is a dirty city, man. This is a dirty city. Did I misspell my name? I probably did. I misspelled my own name. Gosh darn it. Can I edit? I can't edit. Hold on a second. I'm glad you know what? I got to get better. I'm good. Thank you for telling me. Don't let me hang out with a booger in my nose, bro. Don't let me hang out with a booger in my nose. Let me know. I don't think it'll actually go for every platform when I do this. Vigilante. Did I misspell it? Did I okay, wait. Did I misspell the name? I'm looking at it. It looks like I spelled it the same way I always spell it. Or maybe it's one of those things where I can't tell that I misspelled it because I did it. Now you're in my head, man. You're in my head. Yeah, are you sure I misspelled it? Now I'm looking. I don't think I did. And listen, I'm sure I misspelled tons of shit in these things. Now I'm looking. Okay. If I misspelled it, I just copied it from Google. I'm too tired to see if I misspelled it, man. So I just copied it from Google, the word vigilante. I think I spelled it right, bro. I may have misspelled some other shit, but I think vigilante. Or did I misspell Williamson? Maybe that's what I misspelled. Oh, I did misspell. Yeah, Willie Mason. Yeah. That's what I think. That's what I did. Okay, that's why. Okay. Yeah, that's where I misspelled. Okay, thank you. I was looking, I'm like, Vigilante looks spelled right. My last name, which is obviously not my real last name, because I can spell my last name, my actual last name properly. I was freaking out, man, because I can't, like I said, I woke up from a nap. Actually, no, I did this last night. I was late. That was late last night. I just can't spell. Can't spell. So let's save that. Yeah, Willie Mason Illuminati. I get it now. So yeah, error occurred. Error occurred. What the fuck you mean? Fuck you mean, ho? I guess Willie Mason. This is the Vigilante Willie Mason show. And now I'm bothered that I can't. I could probably do it if I go into YouTube, but that's bullshit. It's not letting me change it. Oh god. Okay, so this is just gonna have to be an Illuminati show. I'll change it after the fact. That bothers me. Getting mad. I'm getting mad. It won't let me change this mid show. Nah, I gotta change it mid show. Oh god, this is pissing me off. So I'm going into YouTube Studio. JD's on too. Oh man, I'm competing with every goddamn body tonight. Lots of competition in the Menace. Phantom Menace. This is pure bullshit. So hopefully this show changed. Okay, so and who knows how many other shows I've misspelled my name in. So I'm going to the YouTube. Let's go to the Twitch. And hopefully, let me make sure my face isn't off. And you guys are, oh, we see this fat, light skinny guy who's been wearing this fucking mask this whole time. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, I still see the avatar. So, yeah, let's go to the Twitch. And then we'll go to the D Live, which doesn't even have it right in the goddamn first place. Hopefully, we don't get that feedback for Twitch channel. Mute. Yeah, as I said, I can edit. Okay. And then we will go to the D Live. Sorry about this. And if I lose people, I understand. I know, like I said, I'm competing with a bunch of people. So waiting for me to update stuff is not fun. But there's still a good amount of stream left. So it is definitely worth it to update. And I should have updated my D Live because I know now that it doesn't really work. It needs to be updated manually. Oh, it's a stream is offline. Or is it? No, I'm back. Okay. See, this thing is my 230th stream. So let's go ahead and change that for the D Live people, because there are people who watch this on D Live. So shout out to you guys. I don't really talk to you guys as much because this StreamYards doesn't show as much. But let's see what's going on in D Live check. It looks like there's something going on. And let's see. Yeah, there's a few people on the D Live who I like D Live, man. I think D Live is another one of these platforms that can very much give Twitch a run for its money. It just needs the amount of people. Yeah, so Prince Energy, you're always here, man. Black Superman, yeah. So you were watching the show, Prince Energy. So yeah, I'm glad I changed it because there's somebody on D Live watching. You don't show up when I like the Twitch followers show up in my total and the YouTube followers, but the D Live do not. So shout out to Prince Energy over on D Live. Shout out to everybody else on Twitch. I know there's people who watch me on Twitch. So shout out to that. It's just this growth of this platform, just like there are people who are following me on mine. So follow me on mine if you want to. Yeah. See, I was sorry looking at my Twitter now. I wish I had looking because I said comics. So comics is on apparently. He's been going since 10, so he's been on. So shout out to Comics Division. He's helped me a ton. And I've told him that I'm not going to be on as many shows because of personal stuff. Not bad. Hopefully it's profitable because I'm working on something as Will, which is not my real name, but it's the best way of referring to myself when I'm not me. So let's get out all of this crap. Let's get back to the broadcast. Thank you, Fathead Druid, for letting me know there's a damn booger in my nose. I do not like to have a booger in my nose. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. And if you point out mistakes, man, I'm trying to get better. I can get back on camera. There I am. Gotta cover my face. That's the whole gimmick. All right. Hey, man. I found you all guys back. Yeah, we brought people back in 2018. So you found people before I did. I was not a fan of the OG High Console. I never watched that stuff. I didn't know who EBS. I didn't know who World Class Bullshitters. That's another one I knew of. I knew who World Class Bullshitters were, but I didn't know who EVS was before the end of 2019. In the 2020, I didn't know who EVS was. Geeks and Gamers, I've come across some of their videos in the past, but I wasn't big into them. Had no idea who, like I said, Manscriber. So that's cool. You were part of this before I was, and it led us all together. It's just crazy how things work. Yeah, I'm Vigilante Willie Mason. Did not notice. You and me both, man. And yeah, Willie Mason equals Illuminati. Vigilante. I looked this up because I'm like, I don't want to be, or maybe I do want to be thought of as a fake member of the Illuminati. Say, leave me alone. But I'm like, oh shit, my eyes are red and white. My mask is black. So I'm like, oh shit, that's a Illuminati thing. Red, white, and black. It's like the black mask. And then Vigilante, and Gematria is 99. But I don't think Williamson's anything, but it does have a W. I think VW has some shit. It has some Illuminati stuff. So yeah, maybe I am an Illuminati member this whole time. That'd be weird. That would be really awkward. So hey, yeah, Will and Mason. There you go, Willie Mason. Yeah. Oh, okay. So now you guys are telling me. I see it now. I've already corrected it. Yeah, Williamson. Yeah. I see it now. I get it. Yeah. I had to go to YouTube. This guys makes sense now. Yeah, there you go. I would give her my Willie Mason if she would take it. I'm getting mad. Yeah, I was getting mad. Vigilante Willie Mays Hayes. Willie Mays Hayes was cool. It's all good now. Yeah. Now I changed it. The disguise, the secret sex dungeon. Behind you, Illuminati Mason confirmed. I found out. I've been had. Been a fan of Menace since 2017. So you're a true OG. Introduction was Gary himself. Cool. I don't talk at times, but I try to be on all y'all streams. You talk you're a lot, and then you've checked out my music and stuff. I appreciate it, Gomer Kyle. You may have even told me to send you music, and if you did, I apologize. Hit me up on Minds. I'm not sure if you can send stuff through there. I'm trying to get everyone on Minds. Thumbnail, and I was like, click. Yeah, she's a cutie. I didn't know comments was going tonight. Yeah, he said if you checked his community section that if he could get his power going, he was going to go. The Kai's an OG. So you discovered people around the same time I did. Doomcock and right around 2019. Yeah, I found Doomcock first, Gary quickly after, and Yellow Flash quickly after. So I was almost second wave lucky. Lucky I'm not. I don't have to watch these trash shows. Yeah, you would have to watch a lot of trash. So I don't know what wave. I would be fourth wave, right? Fourth or fifth wave. What wave is the Phantom Menace on? Because I would be pure new wave. Which I like new wave. I have a bunch of synthesizers behind me. You can check out. Yeah. It's new wave. So yeah. Good, man. Yeah. So I got it fixed. Shout out to my D Live people. Shout out to you guys. Oh, and let me get the minds going real quick. Hopefully I didn't have the screen looking crazy. I didn't realize I moved this over, and I think that move messes the Inception. Yeah, it's Inception. So I probably had some Inception going on. But there's no personal stuff. You guys can see the link if you want to hop in. I think you're technically fifth. Yeah, I think I would be fifth. So the fourth would yeah. So fifth wave. Phantom Menace. Okay. Because I wasn't sure. So you found Gary and DC because of the High Council. People talk very fondly about that High Council. And Council. And I did not see it. Yeah. So let me real quick, one more little technical bit. I'm just gonna toss my Minds link in here. Then we'll rejoin the regularly scheduled fucking podcast. And go ahead and the latter quarter to a third of this podcast. And then we can just check out if they're still yelling at parked cars, because we basically started around the same time. If they are, we can see them yelling at parked cars. But if you want to contact me about anything, man, the best place, or ma'am, best place to find me is Minds. Not only because it has a messaging app already set up, but I'm trying to build that platform. If Vigilante Williamson is going to be successful, he's going to be one of the guys who helps build a new platform. because these old platforms, like this old media, is dying. So please, if you have a minds, follow me. If you don't have a minds, consider it. I get the non-social media thing. Outside this channel, I have no social media. And I like it that way. I'm not a social media guy. But if you're a social media guy or gal and you're watching and you're thinking like, I don't want to do Twitter, I'm sick of the fake book, I want to do something new, I would check mine out. Even as opposed to Parler and Gab, Parler's just come back and I wish them success. I would definitely check mine out. It's pretty fun. Need to post on mine. Yeah, I've been posting on mine a lot more. And I still post to Twitter, which is the only other social media I have. I had an Instascan but never used it, and then just canceled it out because of how corrupt fake book. I'm like, I'm not gonna add it anymore. I had to deal with shitter. But yeah, that's enough technical stuff. I talked about King Arthur shit. It's time to get into something cool. You will X out. Let's get into this. This trailer. It's just the red. Hopefully, this is the red band one I saw earlier. This thing is fucking awesome. I talked about earlier how the lower level franchises, or the B or C level franchises that we've kind of let go, they might be the ones that hold us over until Kai has his movie out, till Fibber has his movie out, or until Gina has her movie out, which is obviously going to be coming somewhat soon. Hopefully, let me know if you guys, as I move shit in the way. There should be sound. Let me know if you guys can't hear me or hear the
on a mission in Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive. When we got there, we tortured our unit in seconds.
Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at Jax. Fuck.
Superhuman abilities.
This looks New Line Cinema. I haven't seen those in a while. They made Blade.
You do, Cole.
It's a
I don't know who
birthmark.
Cole is.
What do you mean?
He was born with it.
It's not a birthmark, Cole.
What if Cole's Liu Kang?
Throughout history,
Or is Liu Kang
from
part already
cultures all over
cast?
the world
It's Katana.
reference a great tournament
Sonya looks pretty dope. She looks cute.
of champions. That dragon marking? I think it's an invitation
Oh man.
to fight for
Shout out to
something known.
the Scorpion. The man. Oh man.
As Mortal Kombat.
This looks so fucking brutal. Look at this shit. This is what we need.
Champions.
I'm so
That looks like Luke Cage's a separate guy.
That's Kano.
I'm Liu Kang.
Oh, he's a separate guy. Okay.
Jax. Kung Lao.
Yeah. Raiden.
The fate of Earth is in our hands.
You know, are those the order of names they said in the damn song?
How many of my people you put in the ground?
Oh yeah, that's a little sharp. Melina.
Kill them.
That actor looks a lot like the original Shang Tsung actor. Not sure. Oh man, this is my shit right here.
Sub-Zero.
This thing right here. Look at this shit. Oh, that's so fucking cool. This is going to be fucking cool. This. We could use that. I heard people kind of criticize that. I kind of wanted more. Get over here. A little bit more. I could have used a little bit more with that voice.
Kano wins.
Yes.
You fucking beauty.
Yes. So I'm excited about that shit, man. We talk about all the shit in fandom, all the garbage, all the just stuff. I get tired of talking about that. It's fun to talk about fun things. I mean, go through the article. I don't even know what's the point. Your eyes saw. You know what that is. That's fun. That's. I don't know if I can say this word. It's masculine. It's violent. I'm very excited. I heard a lot of stuff about this. I had no real interest in this until today. I thought, oh, another woke. Because Jax, even though his guy's arms broke off, he was talking some woke garbage. Oh, another woke intersectional reboot. Haven't had this before. Wasn't nothing intersectional about that. It was all violence. It's actually cool to see Gary with hundreds of subs. I was married. Gary only had 15,000 and Doomcock even less just in 2018. Now I look proud. I don't do look at all y'all. Hey man, I've only been doing this since July 1st or June 30th. Actually, was a stream. I did June 30th into July 1st, and I'm already up to 250, and it's in no small part due to everyone else. And I appreciate it. Oh, cool! Writing a short story right now for Robert Meyer Burnett. His favors going to turn into a short film. Cool. That's cool to hear, Kai MFS. Kai making fun stuff for real. That's cool. Now, this is the stuff that we want to see. Yeah, the MK preview. Mortal Kombat does look sick. Not enough Chun-Li though. You know that gladly. What was it? To you was Indian Village. To me, it was Tuesday. I'll never forget being in the Ford drive-in, seeing that line as like 5, 6, 7, however old I was. My jaw hit the floor when he said that shit. I was like, oh my God, it's the most ruthless shit I ever fucking heard. That was the most ruthless shit I heard in my short life to that point. When he was talking to Chun-Li, Raul Julia, rest in peace, as M. Bison in the original Street Fighter movie. And he's talking shit. She's been going through this whole movie. And it's, for a 7-year-old in the 90s, I was like, this is cool because it didn't have to make sense, right? But she's going through the whole scene, and Raul Julia is great in that movie. No matter what you think about it, he's great. And she's talking all this shit. He's like, yeah, it was just, to you, it was the most important day of your life. To me, it was just Tuesday. And my 7-year-old jaw hit the floor of the car with a bunch of my cousins and cheese popcorn. I was like, holy shit. I had never heard anybody say anything that raw in my 6 or 7 years of life at that point. I love Mortal Kombat. We were playing the OG Mortal Kombat on arcades. I do too. I'm also old, man. I remember using the code. Yeah, I remember you had to, it was the Super Nintendo. If I remember correctly, the Super Nintendo didn't have blood naturally, and the Genesis did, but you could enter in a code for blood. Is that what it was? Oh, so if you've been YouTubing since July, I'm 4th wave. So I'll be 4th wave. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I started off, I went a good 3 or 4 months of YouTubing without being involved with the Fandom Minutes. So I don't know if that counts. I only started off with the Fandom Minutes in, was it November, December? Even though I started in July. So I'm not sure how that works. I'm 4.5 wave. Who knows? I'll take 5th wave. That is because you're author of Space Crime Domino. I'm sorry, I'm screwing it up. Now on sale on Amazon Kindle. Yes, please, if you haven't already, pick up Space Crime Domino. And there's a Street Fighter movie. Never played that game. It is also an awesome game. Both are awesome. No need to pick. No need to pick and choose. Hell, Kate, Rowan Ginger Raven, they are both awesome games. Genesis did. I was playing that when I was 6. Like 6 more. Ha 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 ha. So Genesis had blood. Yeah, that's what I thought. Genesis had blood. Super Nintendo did not. Awesome game. I remember going over to my cousin's house to play Mortal Kombat. And I remember the original 2 movies. I like those 2 movies, man. I like a lot of that stuff from the 90s, not just from nostalgia purposes. This, until I saw this trailer, I'm like, when is the last time you saw something really, dare I say, masculine? I mean, maybe John Wick. You know what I mean? But like, you don't get this stuff as much. So, I don't really want to get into spoilers. I don't know who Cole is. I don't know why I thought he was Liu Kang. I saw the trailer originally. He's obviously not Liu Kang. And they're doing the Liu Kang Kung Lao as friends, not as, are they family? I lost track of the canon in the game, so I apologize if I get anything wrong with that. But this looks very good. This is what fans need. This is what we need. And Warner Brothers with this, they have that Godzilla versus Kong movie. They have some cool, fun movies that are coming out. There's not gonna, they're not gonna reinvent the wheel. They're not gonna win Oscars. They're not gonna be these great pieces of high art. But they look fun. They look like they understand the fan base. They look like they're gonna give the fan bases what they want. We had Sonic last year. I think that mid-level franchise is going to be the until Kai's short film comes out with R&B, until Gina's film comes out. Whoever else who's going to be the creators of this new maybe Comics Gate-esque film and TV media. But before that stuff comes out, we need stuff to hold us over. Those mid-level franchises, the Mortal Kombat, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those are the franchises that looks like they're going to be the ones that hold us over, because we can't expect anything from Disney or even Warner Brothers or DC. Let's see. I remember the first movie, the woman who plays Sonya is married to one of my favorite tennis players. Did not know that. Did not know that. Who's she married to? Oh yeah. If you want to tip, use the Streamlabs. Oh shit, I should probably have Streamlabs up. If you have tipped, because you're I don't want to the Vigception stuff, they move stuff over. If you have tipped, please let me know as I try to pull up Streamlabs. Please pull up what we have to take. Streamlabs. Okay. Yeah, check me out. Shout out to Eric K. Speaking of which, Eric K, does it dox me on Streamlabs? Do you know my secret identity? Please let me know. Don't say it if you do. I don't think you should, because I should have. You probably saw my old web design logo, because I had to change out, and I had to switch out the logo again. Oh man, Eric K did fucking donate 7 minutes ago. Eric K, you didn't have to do that. Unfortunately, it won't show me on screen, but it says we have Vigilante because he is the hero we need and deserve. I hope so. Thank you, Eric K. You are far, 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 far too kind. You've already given me a lot as a. Eric K is another guy I need to thank a ton, man. You've put my freaking name in those streams, or my link in those streams so many times, man. You've already given my first couple super chats. Shout out to that 70s rock fan as well. It docs you guys, so I know you guys' name, but I hope it doesn't dox me. And I'm not gonna reveal you guys' secret identities either. Heroes gotta stick together. So thank you, Eric K, for reminding people if they want to support. You don't have to. You owe me nothing. You guys watching is more than enough. But hey, I'm a guy who probably will not be monetized. Let's just keep it honest. If I am, it'll be a blessing. And when I say will not be monetized, doesn't mean I won't get their milestones. Mind you, it looks like I will by the support you guys have been giving me, and as this stuff keeps growing. But I just don't think. With how they are with content, I don't think I'll be monetized. So if you guys don't want to support, I understand that. I love doing this stuff. It's very fun. But if you do, feel free. It should be in the pinned comment. If it's not, then it's not. Because who knows? Who knows with YouTube? Maybe because I changed my name to Willie Mason, out of Willie Mason. Like, he's not a Freemason. We're not going to fuck with him. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to send super chats, please do. Hopefully that wokify Scorpion with the get over here. Hell, guy said hi. Oh, Pete Sampras. I didn't know she was married to Pete Sampras. Shout out to Pete Sampras. She was pretty hot. No, it does not dox you. Pretty cool. If we got time, play Black Metal. Okay, I will check it out to end. There, Robert. Just order it. Cool. Spacecraft Domino paperback. I'm gonna order it today. I don't know what I've been waiting on. Yeah, Eric is the GOAT. He is the GOAT rich, the rich king of all riches. I don't know what I would do without him, even though he's not really supposed to rich. He's supposed to be rich in name only here. He's supposed to be a wino without the alcohol, even though if he wants to drink, it's fine. But he's just supposed to hear the class up the joint to say, I have the same prestigious mod as a Nerdrotic. So that's the only point. But he's a good mod as well. And again, he super chatted when he really didn't have to. And I can't say how much I appreciate it. I love Pete. Apparently the ladies like Pete. Shout out to Pete Sampras. He was cool. He was dope. Read the reviews. Sounds right up my alley. Thank you very much. Yes, please support Kai, man. Support. If we want to get rid of this content, we have to support Kai MFS. If we want our own if we want good stories to be told, again, we have to support the independent storytellers. That must be done. Pistol P. Sampras. Yeah, he was a great. But Serena Williams is better. She can't beat a 204th, whatever the guy was. Eric K is a super legend. Eric K asked FK, so you guys talk to each other. Man with the big serve. Yeah, shout out to Pete Sampras. He was a great, and apparently he's got a hot wife because as long as she kept up with her, so she was pretty hot. But yeah, back to Mortal Kombat. I am very high on this. I cannot wait. This is with one trailer. This is the movie I'm most excited for this year with a bullet because I know this is going to deliver what I want. I am not expecting great story from this, but if I do, I'll be shocked. But when I saw some of those scenes, some of those fight scenes, I think we're going to get some cool, inventive fucking fight scenes. I mean, when Sub-Zero slices him, freezes the blood, and stabs. I'm not sure if that's a move. And I think we'll get a lot of homages to some of their cooler moves. When Scorpion slams the guy down by his head with the spear, it's like, this is dope, brutal, kick-ass stuff. And this movie is an unabashed, kick-ass, violent-ass, masculine-ass movie. And I'm really, really excited to see. Yeah, cheers, mate. So Space Pirates reference, so that's all you need. Because I remember checking out Kai MFS when he first wrote the book, and I didn't know who anybody was in the fandom minutes. And I was just in the chat, and he was over Loki, and he was talking about it. So I haven't, like I said, I need to. I'm slacking. I apologize, brother. I will be ordering that book soon. But you know what? Does it show you Amazon orders? Because I don't want to dox myself with that either. But no, I still order it. I love you, man. But yeah, he was talking about that book actually has a quote unquote diverse cast. Give us a diverse cast, trademark, without hammer fisting it or ham fisting it down your throat. Support Kai and support this if you're interested. Support the little bit of media that's still good. So we've been talking about this Brazilian Wonder Woman, this LGBTQ Wonder Woman who to be fair is drawn fairly well. And I thought this was going to be fast track to the CW. No relation to VW. I thought this was going to be with Batwoman season 3. Just another intersectional woke mess. But it looks like somebody at the CW says, you know what? We're tapping out. We're doing Batwoman season 3, but no more. There has to be a limit. So apparently Latinx Wonder Woman is CW's limit because they are passing on the Wonder Girl series. Oh, yeah, she's been named as Wonder Girl. There's a lot of hype behind her. She's almost coming off to be DC's Kamala Khan, even though they just created her, but it looks like that's what they're going with for their own woke intersectional character that they're going to push down everyone's throat. But apparently it's not going to work. The CW has announced they will not move forward with an out-of-the-blue and unorthodox Wonder Girl pilot we reported on just a short time ago. Again, to be fair, she's drawn like a woman. She's drawn attractive, and we do not always get that. So you got to give them credit where credit is due. The news came from the Queen of the South showrunner, Daly Rodriguez, who had been tapped to write and run the now dead Wonder Girl series. Some sad news for all those asking. Wonder Girl is not getting picked up at the CW, she wrote on Twitter. I was very proud of the script, she continued. Wish I could have shared the world I created, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Thank you for everyone's enthusiasm. It meant a lot for me. Or thanks for everyone's enthusiasm. It meant a lot for me. So, yeah. And apparently, I guess Arrow and Green Canaries, that could be an old story with Bounty. I guess that's not moving forward either. Number pass on Wonder Girl is a bit of a surprise given how they renewed Batwoman for a third season, despite staggering ratings. However, the CW also nixed ideas of the Green and the Canaries the second season of Swamp Thing, appearing a cancellation to give the impression that the network's decisions are attacked capricious. Yeah. You would think, I didn't see the last few seasons of Green Arrow. Actually, last 4 or 5. I didn't see. The first 3 I saw all the way through it in parts of the 4th. I just said this is too much. It stopped getting good after the second. But you would think that would get much more interest. As another season of Swamp Thing, I know a lot of people like that. That would have a lot more interest in Batwoman season 3. So what is the decision making based off of at the CW? Hey, I don't want to see Wonder Girl, but it's like if you're going to be intersectional, wouldn't that make more sense? If it does, what are you doing? Who knows? Oh my God! They are moving forward with a Powerpuff Girls reboot from Diablo Cody, Greg Berlanti, and Naomi. I don't know who Naomi is. That's the name of the project. DC-based project based upon a B&B created character, and oh my god, being produced by Ava DuVernay. That sounds lovely. Wonder Girl is not going to be about Teen Titans. Spike's name. It was going to be about this girl. Again, she's hot with her little dot tattoos. She's a hot thought. Shout out to Brazilian. Shout out to lesbian Brazilian thoughts. Fucking bitch. The floor, the daughter of Amazonian warrior. I'm only joking if you ever find out who I am and find me. But you are a bitch. Daughter of Amazonian warrior and Brazilian river god has since made her first appearance as part of the Future State crossover event currently ruining DC continuity. Though she's currently sells as Wonder Woman, she's expected to pick up the slack as DC Comics official Wonder Girl after the Future State wraps up. So this girl, again, she's been given the rocket ship, this character. From her inception, they wanted to do this series, but it's not going to happen. Maybe it was just too bad. Like, too terrible. Now, Abandoned Pilot would have been DC's first TV series with a Latin American female in the lead. Okay, got to get that intersectional jab in. Though Deadline promoted Flora as Latinx, the original announcement of the Wonder Girls series, the terms used was an editorial decision by the media news site, as neither CW or DC Comics have ever described her as anything other than Latina. And I actually used to talk to the bitch I'm making fun of, angry about stuff, or angry about, rather than Brazilian was actually Latina because they speak Portuguese, they don't speak Spanish. So I don't know. So yeah, I guess because I've wondered whether that she was trans or Latinx or whatever, but apparently that was only a promotional thing that was never from DC. But it's not coming out, and that's interesting. It's very interesting. I only see people's personal info if they order a signed copy off a website. I see, because I have to fulfill those orders. She looks hot. She looks hot. Hot woman canceled. I know, right? She looks a lot hotter than most of the characters you get for intersex. She's a very well-drawn character. And maybe that was the point. Like, okay, she's going to be intersectional, but she's going to be eye candy. And they were trying to, have it both ways. But it got canceled. We don't know what we got. We don't know what series we got. I'm sure she would not have been as hot as this. I'm sure she would have been all covered up. You wouldn't have been seeing the little hot thought tattoos near the crotch. None of that stuff. She's definitely pretty sexy as a character. She looks like she has some back. If you can look at this, nice amount of back. So really sexy character. I don't know how intersectional she was going to be, but she was definitely somebody that they were pushing. But the same network, what's another season? The Batwoman says no. So I don't know if that means this was a good series that we lost out of, or something stupid that would have been intersectional garbage. Oh, the world may never know. The world may never know. Gone almost 2 hours. We're near the end. We haven't really talked about old Gina. But it's time to talk about this idiot. Fade in. I'm sure you all have saw this. If you haven't, I don't know if this has the video. Let me go off camera because I'm getting masky. Like, the mask just gets to me. Hopefully I'll be getting a new mask the next few months. And it'll be a little more comfortable. That's the hope. But let me take off actually the headphones because I don't need them since I already played that trailer. But yeah, if you didn't see this, days after she fired Gina Carano, Kathleen Kennedy is praising women at Oscars. And this video has been just beating the shit as far as ratioed and been roasted a lot. YouTubers roasted Star Wars head Kathleen Kennedy for her virtue signaling and hypocritical video after the Oscars YouTube channel uploaded a video of Kennedy praising various of women in film for their scientific and technical achievements while you fire the most powerful woman or one of the most popular women in Hollywood, or at least by the most popular new actresses in Hollywood, because she is still a new actress, Gina. As you can see in the video, after praising a number of women for receiving the Science and Technical Award, Kennedy states more barriers to break, more progress to be made. Yes, of course, but the story of women innovators making movie magic, their story isn't ready to fade out, not even close. Unless they say the wrong things, then they'll be fired and shamed and lied about and dragged through the mud in the media. If they say the wrong things, then their story will be snuffed out. So, but outside that, women are fine. Women are allowed to do whatever they want as long as they don't break the rules. She will later state, and women being helping to redefine science and technology in the movies. That means a brave, bold future without limits for each storyteller, unless they say or do the wrong things. Then they have to be fired and lied about by a major corporation and tons of major corporations and smeared and all of that stuff. But if not, then yes, no barriers. Of course not. The video currently has been viewed. As this right, I think it has more views. A lot more downvotes than upvotes is the point. Can you see where we're at? I'm not gonna watch this trash. Let's just see.
Fade in. Laureate.
Pause. Dot. Oh, can't see it. Isn't that funny? Comments are turned off too. Funny how that works. It's fucking demon. Fuck you. You're a demon. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. You're a piece of shit. All this bitch is. And okay, I'm gonna attack this bitch, but gotta do
Stand away! All of you! I don't want anything for his mother. Do you understand?
gotta add that disclaimer. I don't want you going after these demons. Even though Kathleen Kennedy's pretty fair. I think you can go after her pretty fair. I think she's a public enough figure that you're safe. But still, I don't want anything for the mob lawyers to use. I want to say Vigilante Williamson, this radical left or radical far wing Nazi, YouTuber try to campaign to hate against Kathleen Kennedy. No. You don't have to hate this. I mean, you can hate her, but you don't have to talk about this dummy. Doesn't come back on screen. This is the face of a demon, of a liar, of a very, very, very wicked human being. Outside of all of the terrible decisions this person has made, this person is a truly wicked, vindictive piece of shit. There's no other way to put it. This is somebody who, regardless how you feel about George Lucas, she lied to that man and she took his creation and destroyed it. She rubbed it in her crotchety, demonic old cooch. Not giving a fuck about the fans, not giving a fuck about the money. Not even giving a fuck about the money. Not even having the decency to have a goddamn intersection of beginning, middle, and end of this stupid ass tragedy that she called a trilogy. This is the face of somebody who lied and lied about Gina Carano. She lied she's a liar. All she was famous for is getting fucked by randos and getting fucked by directors. Her husband was a director, and she let Steven Spielberg allegedly, and a lot of other motherfuckers do what Robert Pattinson's alleged to have done to Zoe Kravitz, but she was doing it to make her way to the top. And she's disgusted when she sees herself in the damn mirror because she knows she has no fucking talent. She's an old Karen looking bitch. And she had to fuck her way to her spot and lie her way to that spot. And she has no soul. And when she sees a younger woman who has charisma, who has character, and it destroys her fucking self-insert. I've seen this. I can't remember who said this. She had no choice but to be a jealous old crotchety goddamn demon. She's an evil fairy godmother in this fucking Disney tragedy. She's a fucking demon. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. I don't care if you get rid of the ratio or the comments. You're a piece of shit. And fuck you, Oscars. The Oscars have not mattered to me in decades. Award shows have not mattered to me in decades. I know that's not everybody. I know a lot of people, it's recent with these award shows pissing them off. But the audacity of the Oscars as an institution, the audacity of the Grammys as an institution to think that they can tell you who the best actor or the best anything is when they are so corporately bought and controlled and have been for decades. We talked about Weinstein. He's the one who came up with the campaigning and controlling of the Oscars for your studio. And so that's the Oscars have been bought and paid for years, for decades. Now they're intersectional and people are mad, but they've been shitty for a while. They haven't been accurate for a while. They never cared about nerd and fantasy type stuff. They gave Lord of the Rings a little bit credit toward the end, but they don't care about good movies. They care about fart sniffing movies anyway. Not to say there's not been good movies that won Oscars. Obviously there have been a ton of good movies, but they don't care about that. They've always been fart sniffers anyway. Now the new fart to sniff is this woke bullshit. And fuck the Oscars, fuck Kathleen Kennedy, fuck them all. Fuck their world, fuck their moms and a girl. Their whole life is played out like a Jerry curl. Ready to die. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. Sorry about the Viggy Smalls thing. It happens. Okay, what did we see? Let's see. It would have been garbage. Oh, yeah, referring to the it would have been garbage because of CW. The one blunder woman or blunder girl. Fade in. Wish she would fade the fuck out. KK is hideous. If only she did not have that recorder, we would not have to deal with her. Only way she can have a job is dirt. Yeah, that's her. There's a reason Leslie Headland got her goddamn series. I've been saying this since I was a commenter on my original profile. I was comment this and all this shit. I just, and it wasn't because I knew something. I'm not really a member of the Illuminati. I just can tell how they're moving. I've worked in the corporate world. You can tell when people have shit on people. And it happens in the regular, normal, everyday corporate world. And she moves like somebody who has enough clout to not give a fuck what happens. And there's a reason for that. And again, she was fucking around back in the day. So she knows a lot of shit that a lot of people, and maybe somebody did do something fucked up to her and she's holding that over their head. Who knows? Because there's pieces of shit. You know what I mean? She makes my teeth itch. Evil. She's an evil woman. Pure evil, even behind forest virtue. So she sold her soul to the devil for real. That would be my new arch enemy. I got tons of arch enemies, man. Tons of arch enemies. Fade in. Fuck fade in. Oh yeah, that's a good question. I'm glad Gomer Kyle asked up at me and asked, man, how is your dad? Hopefully you answer it later. I'll check it out. I know last thing he said he was doing better. How about fade in? Yeah. Instead of fade in, how about she fades out of Star Wars, period? Yeah, she has to go. And this is why I'm done with Disney. This is why I'm done with Lucasfilm. She's not going anywhere. Any intersectionality is not going anywhere. Fine, I got the last one. I got old shit. I got tons of old shit. So much shit that I haven't even watched. It's crazy. She thinks she's Gloria Steinem, but she's really the bitch of Bonderwall. Listen, Gloria Steinem is a piece of shit too. Gloria Steinem, listen, I've said this many a time. Feminism has hated the black man ever since Gloria Steinem got pumped and dumped by Jim Brown. So fuck Gloria Steinem too. So she thinks she's right. She is Gloria Steinem. Some angry thought who got pumped and dumped by a bunch of people who were powerful and is trying to get her fucking revenge. So she's right to think she's Gloria Steinem. But yeah, watch out for those WW2 analogies. Might get you canceled, old Wes. Hell to Wes Moody. The bitch of Blavakin, Witcher reference. Eric K. And Wes Moody. I love the history reference. Anyone who doesn't know that, maybe they'll look it up and learn something. Yeah, maybe I will look it up and learn something. Eric, Kathy, Mr. Spielberg spilled his coffee on his lap and it dissolved his lipper. KK says not again. Yeah, that's how she got on. T. Jack started crazy things. They would have made more money if they stuck with Lucas Vision. Yeah, he sold them the franchise. He gave them 7, 8, 9 as a treatment. And you didn't have to stick to it religiously. Hell, Lucas is better when there's somebody editing his stuff and giving him a little pushback anyway. You don't have to stick to it religiously if you didn't want to. But you could have used it as a beginning, middle, end template. So you can have a fucking structure. So when your first movie ends, we know where the second one's going and the last one is. Instead of each movie being independently made, instead of having to reshoot every movie, including Solo, which by the way lost money. And apparently so did the Fall of Soy Woker, which is being shot up until days before its release, apparently days and weeks before its release. Just a disorganized piece of shit. Also, happens to be female representation in that group. Yeah, like Eva Braun. Yep. A lot of those old Hitler. Listen, the most despicable motherfuckers always have groupies. Spielberg made Jaws because KK gave her bad head. Maybe. No, I don't know. I don't think she would have been around there because that Jaws was kind of his film that made him. So hoes like that don't come around till you already made. Okay, he's grumpy and grouchy, so all good. That's good to hear, Eric K. That's good. Mine's still just an old ass. Hey, I'm glad they're around. I feel really bad who people didn't see it all coming. I did. Day one, it got old, sad. I was somebody who got fooled by the farce of weekends because I just wanted to like it. That's why I understand the Star Wars fans who are still around. I understand, like, it's so important to you. You just want it to be good. And you know what? When people were saying, this is just a shitty version of A New Hope, I was like, cool. I'm cool with that. We get terrible remakes all the time. I'll take a shitty remake. And I thought Finn was going to be used. That movie was completely dependent. It was not a great movie. It had a lot of mistakes. It was derivative of A New Hope. It was a Ray Star Wonder Girl message ever. It was tons of shit. But I came away from that movie thinking we were going to get explained why Ray is so powerful. You know what I mean? We were going to get an explanation why Ray was so powerful. We were going to get an explanation about this force-sensitive Stormtrooper Finn. We were going to get explanations and we were going to get a narrative, and it was so much like what's going to happen. There was just an excitement. We hadn't saw anything from Star Wars for decades, and so you saw what it was. So I thought it would work. I was with Gary. We thought, oh, Kathleen Kennedy. You didn't notice she was just sucking everybody off. You saw her credits. Oh man, she worked at Jurassic Park, Raiders of the Lost Ark. She knows how to make this. She's the right person for the job. This is a resume you want to see. And maybe she did get a Peter Principle where she got promoted to her level of incompetence. He would have hated Choppers then. But just trash. Hell, this will begin to make things right. Uh-oh. That never goes well. So yeah, this demon, Kathleen Kennedy, I'm hoping, you know what? I want her to stay, ruin this corporation and destroy it. You'll do more good. You know what, Kathleen Kennedy? For years, everybody wanted you to get fired. Fuck that. I want you to get 100-year extension. I want you to never leave Lucasfilm, never leave Disney. I want you to destroy those companies. Keep going. Everybody else wants her to get fired? No. Here over the Vigilante Williamson show, we want Kathleen Kennedy to last 100,000 fucking years so she can burn it down to the goddamn ground. Star Wars is dead to me. It died a long time ago, and I saw past that Luke bullshit you did in the end of the year. Hour or two after it happened, I gave you what I thought of it. I gave it a 0 out of 10 because I knew it was bullshit. And since then, we got Paula Hidalgo, Justina Ireland, or Christina Ariel, another chick whose name I forgot. Some other shit. There was other shit that just happened with this bullshit Lucasfilm and Star Wars and the fans. Just since then, every other week it was a new story. And of course, Gina Carano to cap it off with nothing but lies and misleading. And the media is doing their fucking clickbait and trying to get the money out of it. But nothing but lies. And this demon who's talking so much shit about solidarity for women, she doesn't give a fuck about the next woman at all. At all. Piece of shit. I can't talk enough. I can't say enough bad things, but I want her to keep her fucking job so she can destroy that company. Destroy it. Fuck Disney. Fuck you. Talk about Freemasons. They're nothing but fucking Freemasons any goddamn way. A 33 Club. Oh, man. She was a belly dancer at Temple of Doom. That's what the shit she was doing. They tell you shit with a lot of cash. She was a belly dancer for a reason, bro. She was a belly dancer at Temple of Doom for a reason, because that's what she's best at. If Rowan really didn't want to subvert expectations, he could have made a black guy in the main role as a former stormtrooper who became one. But Rowan Johnson is one of those guys who's scared of black people. You can look at his eyes. He's one of those leftists that you can tell. My man Danny said this about Orange Man. I don't know if it's true. He said some people you could just vibe don't like you and don't like your people. I get that vibe from Rowan Johnson. He just don't respect black people. He looks at us as little puppies at best, if not outright scared, outright disparaging towards black people. He just gives me that vibe. I have no real evidence outside of how he treated Finn. That's my evidence. But I have no real evidence outside of that. But he just gives that vibe. So before getting into the stories, the positive stories, because I like ending with positive stories, I saw this theory amongst the side. I use Sunny Skies quite a bit to do my positive news stories. And I've actually heard this theory and had this theory myself. This fan theory suggests that the Joker is the hero in the Dark Knight. Before reading through this, now I'm going to make my case. This article may make so many cases. The Joker does indeed save Gotham in Dark Knight. He has his own way about it, but the mob was running ruckshot in Gotham for decades, and he, in his own way, destroyed them. A lot of death was caused, but he destroys the mob. He creates something that's so destructive that the mob basically gets castrated. A lot of them go with Joker. A lot of them just leave. He and then, of course, in the context of the series, the laws about Harvey Dent's after Harvey Dent's death gives them the teeth to do what they have to do with the mob. It actually sounds like it's draconian shit. But like the Joker actually destroys the mob that has destroyed Gotham for years. Now he kills a lot of people, kills police. He has his own thing, and Batman stopping him kind of helps. But they, in a weird way, they both save Gotham in that movie. So let's see what Sunny Skies and this fan theory on Reddit, I think it comes from, thinks about this, and then we will get out of here. We got a few more positive stories, and then we'll get out of here. Maybe rant a little bit and go a little bit longer if you guys want, but otherwise, let you guys either watch Comics Division or go to sleep because it's getting close to midnight almost. Sheesh. It's a long stream. Reddit users come up with a fascinating theory that the Joker is the real hero in Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight. And while it seems insane to think, again, not to me, I think there's some points to it. He makes some interesting points. This is what he wrote. I briefly checked the history by doing a few searches and didn't see anything quite like this, but I apologize if someone else has come up with a similar theory before. Like I said, I've seen it before this. I can't tell you where, and I've considered it. Although a lying psychopath, Joker is actually the hero in The Dark Knight. Before the Joker, Gotham was a mess. Entire sections of the city were closed off due to madness. Organized crime ran rampant, and the most important city official were wildly corrupt. The city even tolerated a renegade vigilante. Shout out to other vigilantes. Got to keep the clan going. Who ran around a rubber suit. Okay, special armor and carbon fiber, but they don't know that. Along comes the Joker. And by the end of a very short time, almost all organized crime was eliminated. Many corrupt officials were imprisoned or dead. Even the city's vigilante went into hiding for 8 years. This is all a part of the Joker's masterfully executed plan. That I dispute. I think a lot of Joker's plan is open-ended. Like he says, like when he gets captured, his plan was to kill Harvey Dent, who he thought to be Batman, and get captured. But then when things spin, his plan just changes. His plan was obviously to get captured in that scene. I use it for the little clip I'm playing right now because why not? This scene right here.
Stand away! All of you! I don't want anything for his mother. Do you understand?
Yeah. So yeah, he's calculating. He's sitting there because his plan was indeed to be caught. But he says in that interview, I for a second there, I thought you were Dent. Because I think he genuinely did. And so his plan was, as executed was, there was a lot of room for chaos. There was a lot of, he didn't know Dent was going to survive or whatever. It was a lot of chaos. And then I think his plan was always to capture them and, split them up. But once Batman came in the fold, it was like, okay, well, Batman's not Dent. So we'll have them switch. We'll give them the wrong addresses. And Batman, the one he chooses, is the one that dies. That goes on into it. So, but I don't think his plan is as solid. I think he just has a plan that is multiple choice. So as it changes, he changes because there are a few things that goes on. But that's neither here nor there. That's my own. Watch the movie a trillion times. So yeah, it's all part of his masterfully executed plan. People remember the Joker, Spice Clay. Otherwise, was really the man with the plan throughout the entire film. First thing we see is Joker rob mafia controlled bank, eliminate an entire team of expert bank robbers who helped pull it off. Of course, the robbery wasn't about money, but about luring Lau out of hiding, preferably with all the major crime families' collective money. Yeah, because his whole goal is to get hired on to fuck with Batman and to kill, but he doesn't really want to kill Batman. He really wants to do the Batman Joker thing. But he says this works beautifully as Joker predicts. Batman goes to Hong Kong to extradite Lau. Now Lau's in a safe place in which Joker can amazingly access with ease. He does predict this, and it does happen, and he does take advantage. Yeah, there are definitely elements of his plan being masterful and intricate, but I think a lot of it's variable. This is, of course, just a plot of film, but Joker is playing it amazing, murdering key criminals and corrupt officials that can help insulate those on top. Dent actually argues for insulating the man in the top and interest in cleaning up the streets of the lower level goons, but Joker knows that it won't work in the long term. Yeah, Dent is trying to let's get all the lower levels off the streets for a long time, and the top guys won't have anything, and maybe a few of them will rap. So at this point, we have 3 men battling for Gotham's soul, as Joker puts it, but Dent and Wayne are simply playing into the Joker's greater plan. So even extends to Joker's threats to destroy a hospital with Batman and Gordon's help. The Joker roots out and corrupt police officials, didn't even kill some of those officials. Another thing about the Joker, despite what it seems, he actually doesn't kill people. He told people which hospital he was blowing up. He does kidnap a group, but he wants them to evacuate that specific hospital so he could get to Den, of course, so he kidnapped them, but he was okay with not killing all of those people. He knew they would evacuate it. So here's little subtle things. Yeah, he's killing a lot of people, but he does things to not cause the maximum loss of life. Even the ending scene, spoilers for The Dark Knight if you haven't seen, it's over 10 years old. But he gives people the choice of killing them. Yes, he does put both boats with bombs, but he gives people the choice. There's a method to his madness. It isn't all brutality for his own sake. So Gordon's promotion too did a major service to Gotham. I think a lot of people take the Joker's clapping during the Gordon promotion scene to be sarcastic. I actually think Joker believed in Gotham, one of the few officers on the force who was truly incorruptible. Maybe he wasn't. Sarcasm. So now Joker has a pretty clear path to getting rid of the organized crime problem and the corrupt officials problem, but the vigilante problem, hey, what's wrong with vigilantes, remains. As we saw at the beginning of the film, Batman was inspiring other vigilantes, and a society cannot stand and when each man takes his own justice. I don't know about that. The symbol of fear and unbridled vengeance, as Joker sees it, needs to be stopped but not killed. If he were killed, he would just be a martyr, and the symbol will live on. Of course, his death is a far better symbol. He'll make it far better martyr. So this is, I don't know. Are you guys still rocking with me with this? Let's see what we got here. Hope I can see it now. We need to get Kathleen Kid. Yeesh. Westwood, you're gonna get us all canceled, man. Why can you do it and we can't? Because I'm not wearing hockey pads. Show some vigilante love and smash that thumbs up. Yeah, show love to the vigilantes. I just Joker for planning all that happened, acting under the guise who doesn't have a plan, which we know he did, claiming he was an agent of chaos. I think he planned for a lot of what happened and had backup plans and even improvised. I think it was a combination of planning and improvisation. If you make people think you're crazy, it's the best weapon of all. It's working for me. And LOL, as Wes tries to get the whole Phantom Menace linked to white supremacy more than we already are. Yeah. If you want a tip, yeah, you feel free. Let me check if you did. I should probably check. Oh no, and I want to Inception. I keep doing that because I only have 2 screens. Now I'm like neurotic. Well, I maybe need to go with the 3rd screen. So yeah, real quick. Just Eric K. I appreciate anybody who super chat. Let me just refresh just in case. Nope, just big homie Eric K. Who I appreciate. He sent my first super chat ever. It will go down in history. Who sent Vigilante Williamson's first super chat? None other than Richard King himself. And that 70s show was the second man in the Royal Rumble. He not 70s show. That 70s rock fan. Sorry, man. But yeah, he was the second man in the Royal Rumble for the Vigilante super chat support. So I'm gonna get back into it. Let's get back into it. Where was I? So I don't know if Joker actually intended for Harvey to be so physically scarred by the explosion, which Batman saved him, but I'm certain he wanted Harvey to feel the pain of Rachel's death, which is why he purposely tells Batman to go to the wrong address. I also think Joker knows who Bruce Wayne is. The reason he was in this motherfucker's apartment, and let's think about it. He said the way you threw yourself after her when he's in that interview, Who else is going to throw himself after Rachel outside of fucking Bruce Wayne, who has a familial, long-term relationship, friendly friend with Rachel Dawes? And they're in his apartment. That's his penthouse. So everything goes down. I think he knew who Bruce Wayne was. That's what that implied to me. So there's a chance this is right. Yeah, he does tell Batman to go to the wrong address. I think Batman not being dead was an improvisation. He did it once he had the chance to, but I don't think he knew. I think he was pretty sure that it wasn't, but he prepared for either option. His point was to get to Lyle and kill and get caught, and maybe kill Dent along the way. But if that didn't work, then Plan B is kidnap both of them, separate them, and tell the police if Dent is Batman, or if he's not, tell Batman the wrong address and get him switched up. I think that was the plan, and depending on how it went. This breaks Batman psychologically and also makes and that Batman will eventually have no choice but to kill Harvey. This breaks Batman psychologically. Actually make him a villain, a true villain, the kind that abandons his own principles. Batman now has no choice to disappear, leaving his true memory to fade in something of the urban legend. By the time the Dark Knight rises, I was always kind of unsatisfied with Harvey did dying right there, because if Batman survived, how did Harvey didn't survive? It fell from like the same part. And I just thought, he never used his grappling hook or his batarang in the Dark Knight. And that was a perfect time to use either and try to keep everyone alive. That bothered me. That still bothers me to this day. He uses grappling hook one time toward the end to get up, but he doesn't really use it too much, as much as he did in the first film. When we next pick up the next film, we see a defeated Bruce Wayne, who, despite having not worked out in 8 years, is still in incredible shape, and despite having a bad leg, is still in incredible shape. Who retired 8 years prior. The city was made safe and peaceful until Bane shows up. It doesn't need constant vigilante justice to keep it safe. Joker shows Batman the error in the ways, but does so in a totally devastating way. Even with the display, the two bolts of the film's climax only served to prove the people of Gotham that they wouldn't turn on each other. But he was pretty pissed when it didn't blow up. He expected it to blow up, so that's not true. He proved that there was good in Gotham, even in the most despicable of Gotham's inmates. By the way, rest in peace, Tiny Liston. Debo had a very pivotal scene in that. Is a really cool scene where he throws away the trigger. And I'm always worried what if that trigger would have blew up as he threw away, but whatever. But yeah, Joker's surprised when it doesn't explode. He expects to show the worst. So that's where this theory is off, that Joker has a negative plan. He may be trying to show Gotham, maybe trying to get rid of the corruption, but he expects Gotham to kill each other. He expects them to kill each other. He's trying to show people they're not as good as what they think they are. That's his real plan. And again, Gotham is actually clean. It wasn't because of Harvey, who died too soon to do any good. Except as a martyr. It wasn't because of Batman, who was ostracized and treated like the criminal, such a vigilante truly is, for 8 years. Gotham was made safe because the Joker had cleaned up the streets. He eliminated the corrupt police. He destroyed organized crime financially. That he definitely did. He, in his own way, I guess, uplifted Gotham's spirit. He even got rid of the flying pest that had been corrupting Gotham ever since he declared himself its protector. So all this is a Reddit theory. That's all this is. But it's pretty well thought out. So okay, fat-headed Druid got a bounce. You've been here most of the stream, and it's ended pretty soon. I appreciate it. Yeah, stay safe. Yeah. It's gonna be end. We got a couple stories. It's 2.5 hours. Super long stream. This is just a cool story I saw. I know the snow is hitting the South, and you guys aren't used to it. I am, and I do not miss it. I'm in the South now, but this Mississippi woman, shout out to the sisters of Mississippi, she drove 25 miles on her four-wheeler to work her shift at a nursing home. A nursing home worker in Mississippi did whatever it takes to make it to her shift after a winter storm brought snow and freezing temperature to the region. This is some southern shit. According to a post by the Pinecrest guest home, Deshante. Oh, sorry, sister. Deshante. I'm gonna go with Deshante Cooley. Drove her four-wheeler. This is over 25 miles in the freezing cold just to make it to work. That's the determination and dedication. Deshante Cooley came from work her shift. You may think that's not a big deal. However, this tough lady rode her four-wheeler in the freezing cold from Byram to Hazelhurst in this icy weather to the nursing home sheriff suing those citizens of Mississippi. She loves and cares about her residents. We appreciate you, Deshante. We really do. That's dope. Mississippi is currently experiencing power outages, water lines are bursting. The police have advised against the general public not to drive unless absolutely necessary. With this type of dedication, you should go a long way, young lady. I agree. Many employers would love to have you on their staff. I agree. One user commented on the post. Cooley's mother also commented on this post. One proud mom. Be safe, baby. We love you, Deshante. We do love you, Deshante. A lot of people are calling the fuck in, man. Let's be honest. A lot of people are calling the fuck in, especially in Mississippi. They're just calling in. You said, "Fuck it, we got a 4-wheeler. We're getting the fucking work." That's dope. Hail Mary Sphere Origins. It sucks that you coming in so late because we only got one more story for you. But I appreciate you being here. If you can, thumb up that like button. Just a positive story. We go through a lot of shit. I feel like this has been a little bit more of a white-pilled episode. Need some positivity. And then our last story, talking about this code, which, to go exozone woo-woo. To go exozone woo-woo. I'm going to go on camera before I finish the story. And disclaimer before this theory. This is just a theory. This is just me, an opinion. This is hypothetical. I have no evidence to point to this. But if you ever heard of HAARP, HAARP, it's a alleged weather device that the Illuminati bankers and government have. If you want to tell me, there are times where I say, I don't know, maybe this thing's real. With all the cold we have in Texas and in the South, all of the snow, I came up with the theory that maybe they're trying to get back at people who voted for Orange Man and go back at Texas for succeeding. They go back at the South, and I don't know. So this is my conspiracy theory. It's completely theoretical. I have no evidence, nothing to point to it, but that's my theory about a lot of this crazy weather we've been getting. What happened to global warming, right? Okay, let's finish this. So volunteers have saved thousands of cold-stunned, not Stone Cold, shout out to Stone Cold Jeremy and Stone Cold Steve Austin, cold-stunned sea turtles near South Padre Island in Texas after a record-breaking winter storm brought freezing temperatures to the region. Here's all the cute turtles. We talked about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My Teenage Mutant Ninjas out here catching shells. Shout out as a reference to Dewey, my song, obviously. If you haven't heard it, you need to. But yeah, shout out to these turtles that they're saving. Thousands of stunned turtles have been washing up on the Gulf Coast. Rescuers are loading the sea turtles in the back of their vehicles and taking them to rescue centers and wildlife sanctuaries. Sea Turtle Inc., a rescue center for sea turtles in Padre Island, is currently sheltering more than 2,600 turtles from hypothermia. So many turtles needing help. Local convention centers have opened their doors with to turtle storage. Oh, shout out to the turtles. I'm sure they stink, but they're cute. Cold study happens when an abrupt drop in temperature traps turtles in frigid weather and makes it hard for them to swim to a warmer environment. They're vulnerable to shock, pneumonia, frostbite, and potentially death. That's sad. Turtles live a lot longer than us. They live forever almost. There's turtles that are on this earth that were here, that were born during slavery, believe it or not. At least I think so. I think they're like 200 year life, 200 plus life span, whatever. According to the Turtle Island Restoration Network. Okay. So this is a sad story about what happened to the turtles, but it's a cool thing that a bunch of volunteers stepped in to help the turtles out. We always got to end with positive. We love the turtles. We love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We love regular turtles. We love people in this. Believe it or not, as I try to stop stuff. Let's see what the chat is going to talk about. I'll kick it with you guys for a little bit, and then we will get out of here. So let's see. Hell yeah, I told my wife I drive her to work on a 4-wheeler. She said, what? It's just a southern thing. Yeah, it's a southern thing. Here in Tennessee. Here in Missouri, been snowed and iced in for the last 2 weeks. It got like 2 degrees. Jeez. Does it snow usually in not what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say Missouri. Does this because that's what MO is, right? I'm sorry if it's late. But does it snow there normally, Mirror Sphere? Yeah, hell. Everyone said hi to all Mirror Sphere. Yeah, we've been open for a while. Now we are all closed and weird, right? Yeah. Well, it's weather control. I used to watch a show that would follow Bunker 48 could be weather control. Bill Gates made a lame emperor. Doesn't mean he won't still be an emperor, even if he's lame. Check out the Lucifer down the morning telescope in Antarctica. There's a lot of stuff like that. They're always referencing Lucifer, referencing 666, referencing demon shit. You guys joked about the Freemason shit. You should. I could be a Freemason. You shouldn't trust me. Don't trust anybody. If the Vigilante Williamson teaches you nothing, not to trust any institution, everything can be compromised. So yeah. A lot of soup, yeah. It was cold turtle soup. Go to a channel called Mike Morales. Apparently no reference to Miles Morales, but he has a second channel called Above Ground News, and he has all the weather control stuff. So yeah, people, you guys have heard about this stuff, so it's not crazy. Yeah, not as much, but we have crazy weather. I mean, Michigan used to have freezing weather, and I'm in the Carolinas. It can get cold. It's rainy, cold now. So I don't know that there's weather control, but that's my theory, and I don't know if I'm sticking to it. We'll see. But that's pretty much it. This has been a very fun show, 2.5 hours, super long show. I didn't expect to cover so many stories. I thought it was only going to be a few stories. I was going to spend most of the time just kind of chatting with you guys. But then I went down a rabbit hole right before I started, saying, you know what, I'm just going to cover everything. I appreciate everything. I'll spend a couple minutes to chat with you guys. Not quite ready to leave. I didn't actually talk too much about the Gina thing. I've referenced it. I think I'm kind of fed up and tired of it, even though I understand. I think we should do what we can to keep it in the news from one standpoint, to make sure that Disney knows they fucked up and knows that this isn't going to go away. This isn't something that's going to sweep under the rug. This is something that's going to make a dent into your bottom line. That is an important thing. However, there's also the grifter thing. And to be fair, a lot of grifters been the mainstream media. They're clickbaiting the shit out of this article. But I don't want to get into just constantly harping on the same thing. After the first 15 times I had the conversation about Gina, I kind of got like, okay, I get it, And then it also comes to the fact, as much as I am a fan of Gina, I'm not a diehard. I've been critical of her as an actress, and I'm not somebody who likes somebody just because their politics are similar to me. I do like her for standing up to a lot of authoritarian bullshit, even before she lost her job. I do like that. It is a likable thing, but I don't think I was as connected to her as everyone else. I was shocked when she was not the number 2 initially IMDb search last year while The Mandalorian was running. I was shocked that she was the most searched thing on that most searched actress. On that show. I was shocked. And I'm not shocked that she is up number 1 after all the craziness. I think they've made her a superstar. But I am starting to tire of the story personally. Not because it's not valid. I think the biggest takeaway for me is the birth of the independent entertainment industry, which has already existed, but the normalization of that. Now millions and millions and millions of people are looking for the next franchise. Millions of people are a little bit more willing to give something new a chance just to get back at these companies. Oh, and I wanted to share this story about populism before I go, because there is a populist thing coming back. This is an anecdotal story about me as Will. That's what I call my secret identity, to kind of refer to myself. So as Will, I work a regular job. I'm not going to say the industry I work in, because again, I don't want to talk about my certification, because if you know about the industry, you know what I'm talking about. But luckily I can work at home. I can work at the same desk, but I'm working at home since this whole coof shit started. I don't want to go back to the office. I hate my job. So it's been one of the biggest mistakes, but it may end up being a big blessing, because it's one of the highest paid jobs I ever had. But it's a lot of disorganization, a lot of BS. And there's this guy working there, and we're on call on the weekends, and he's gone really hard. I mean, apparently they've been breaking the rules. We were supposed to be compensated by the law for being on calls. He's really went hard at the freaking human resources. Initially he asked me, but the way the law is written locally, I'm like, it could be interpreted either way. They're probably going to push back, and I wish they did, but they still change stuff. We're not going to be on call anymore, because at least that's the potential going forward. It's just to show that somebody who's a regular guy, He's just sick of the bullshit from his job. His coworker, who I don't always like, but he didn't give a fuck. He's like, this is fucking wrong. I'm not gonna let it lay down. Everyone I talked about, I was ready to just not give a fuck because I got my own exit strategy for that fucking demon nest. But because I plan on quitting in the next 6 months, one way or another. So I'm like, it didn't really matter. But he didn't stop. And I think there's something in the spirit. They have destroyed the people's vote. They've smeared the people, and I think people are just, I'm tired. Normally people would just be quiet, just keep the job. He's like, nope, I don't give a fuck. If I lose a job, if I get pissed, whatever, I'm gonna push this to its logical limit. That's just something I saw in my regular everyday life, and I'm seeing that more. I'm seeing people are just like, you know what? Fuck you. It is an issue. Hell, even at my job, there's been times where I'm willing to get fired. I'm willing to die on this hill. And you see a lot more people are willing to die on hills because they recognize if they're not willing to die on certain hills, they're going to get killed on the hill they're sitting on. So they're not willing to stand up and die. That's how it is in life. Sometimes if you're not willing to stand up and die on a hill, you'll get killed on the hill that you're sitting on. So I don't think I can come up with anything better than that. So I'm going to go ahead and end on that. I have to see what you got. Oh, Bat Metal. You're right. End on Bat Metal. You're right, Robert. Let me end on Bat Metal. I'm sorry I said see you. And I said I was going to end. We're not going to end. Mike Morales. Yeah, but not much stuff. See y'all. Harold Sphere. Yeah, I'm going to end on Bat Metal real quick. I was going to end. Gina, #1 actress in the world. Woo, woo. Yeah. Follow me on Minds. Watch the Nooner. Didn't see you talk. And Vito W. Sorry. Oh no, it's okay to say hell or hey, whatever, man. I'll come in the stream sometimes and just listen if I'm working on other things. I know if I say anything, I'll spend the whole stream chatting with everyone. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's easy to get engaged with the chat like you. So yeah, let's check out this Bat Metal thing real quick. Let's go off camera. Take off the mask real quick so I can read. And we will end on this Bat Metal thing. And have something positive to end on. But it's nearly 3 hour now stream. So real quick, let's share the screen. Let me share it. Okay, is this Bat Metal that you're talking about? It's Def Clock. I remember Def Clock. They're like from Metal Apocalypse, right? I'll have to go up too far. Robert, is this the Bat Metal you're referring to? If it's not, please put it in the chat and I'll search it up real quick and play it for you guys before I leave and get out of here. Which I'm sure I'm probably already going to be flagged for the Warner for the trailer because Warner is always fucking with my channel whenever I flag. So yes, it's Bat Metal Forever. Okay, yeah. So let me just check at Forever, and we will. It's the same thing. Praise the booty. What the fuck is this? So wait, now I'm confused. You said yes, and then when I search Bat Metal Forever, I get something different. So is this it, or is what I had previously it? So the animated stuff, and that's not going to help because I don't know. Okay, is this animated thing or this purple and green Batman Forever? So is it the purple and green thing or the cartoon Def Clock thing? That'll probably be. Is it the Def Clock looking thing or is it this thing? Or are they both like the same thing? It doesn't really matter. Just want to make sure before playing it. Oh, both are the same. Okay, they're the same. They're one and the same. Okay. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's put the headphones back on. I'm not gonna come back on camera, but the StreamYard ad because I use StreamYard, so they're telling me to use StreamYard. So I'm actually paying these assholes. RB's YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah, they're not talking about booty. This seems cool. Oh, this looks cool.
I am being dangerous now. Don't be hurt when stairs fell down. People spot you be good. People smoke so you'll be dead.
Oh man. I almost wish this wasn't so silly. Like it would just be kind of like still funny without being in it.
So strong, right faces, you punch, great fingers, kick me. You're limping, stab me, you're bleeding. I am being dangerous now. You growing wrong at me. You know hurt me. I'm strong, you're not. You're not.
Oh man. Shout out to oh Jesus. Yeah, that was a reference to the Arkham game. Ah, a little too silly though. Bat jump. Yeah. Hey, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A little silly for my taste at points, but still cool. We don't need Liberty Mitchell. Still pretty cool. Maybe that was the booty they were talking about praising. Cause yeah, it was not Brie. Came into a VW stream and it came an EFAP stream. JK, I like long shows. Thank you and good night to all. Yeah, these streams do get long, man. I used to keep it around an hour, but these things can get 3 hours quick. The music I liked. Oh, that's the first one. My bad. Click the purple one. Oh man, I thought we were come on. Okay, man. Let's do it again. 6 more minutes. I was like, all right, time to wrap.
Is
I guess not.
Back. Stream it live on ABC.
Yeah. Don't stream The Bachelor. Fuck The Bachelor. So yeah, I thought that actually first one was a bit too silly for my taste. I get it being a silly thing, but they could have done a straight, I like the animation style and I like the song, but the lyrics were kind of, everything was everything was cheesy and silly. It could have been funnier without being so cheesy. Yeah, there's another one that's better. Click the purple. Okay. Yeah, this is gone EFAP. So we're not done yet. This is the 5th false finish of this fucking stream. This is worse than an indie wrestling match. So many damn false finishes. Okay. This will be the end, maybe. Maybe we'll go 7 hours. Maybe we're not even at the halfway point of this stream. Only God knows. Here we go. I'll get back. Oh man. Fuck the turtles. Oh, Bikers from Mars. First Flash. Fast and the Furious. This is way no metal. Hey, Death Clock. Oh, somebody get ran over? Okay, shout out to the Bat family. I like this one a little bit more.
We can't just get out of the car, right?
Right.
Bruce, don't get me wrong, but after all what he's done to our city, and Barbara...
I already talked with her about that.
And what she said.
Oh,
I said that if you're really gonna bring back that girl town, I will never miss this party.
She looks really hot. Why is everybody
Good to see you, but I mean, you're back. All right, everybody gets serious.
That man's retarded.
Are we started already?
Yes.
I get that everyone's
The time
like,
has come.
what is Swedish? There's some sort of European. I'm sorry.
The time has come to awaken him.
Yeah. I like the metal shit. Oh, I like the hot back girl. There's a lot of cool stuff to this. Oh, geez. We're getting into some real Illuminati shit. This is Vigilante Willie Mason. Yeah. Bringing people back to death. Bring back from them to death. Yeah, this is some real Illuminati metal shit.
Well, shit.
Oh wait, there's more. Okay. All right. That may be the end. I think we're at it. I think that's it. I think that's. I want to get you. Yeah, this was the last one. That's the first one. Click the purple one. We did another false finish. Let's see what you guys are rocking out. Guar again. Lots of metal stuff. There's another one is better. End up clicking the purple one. Reminds me of the Chaos cartoons. Okay, not an EFAP, but this is a Lord of the Rings movie. Yeah, it is. I've gone 6 hours before. That's what she said. So I've gone long. What was the long? I think 6 is the longest I've done. So yeah, the Illuminati. There's a lot of Illuminati references in this episode. That was not intentional. Damn, Batman getting lit like a Kardashian. I didn't like, the stupid Batman thing is becoming the evil Superman trope. It's like, okay, we get it. It's cute. But yeah. Well, yeah, it got really, really hot. Pretty dope. It's one of those animations make me want to do some 2D animation, but I ain't got the time. Yeah, her 2D animation is pretty time intensive. That was pretty cool. It's very well done. Animators put in a lot of work. Yeah, it is officially a wrap. This is officially the damn finish. Last false finish. V-Dubs, win the F for you DIY and your mask. I think I'm going to actually do it professional. So I have a new logo that I didn't put. That is what she said. I've gone 6 hours before. I've gone 6 hours doing that before. Believe it or not, I wasn't always this fat. But there's other times I've been fatter. But yeah, I don't know if I'm a DIY my mask. My man Mando Mert just made a new logo, and I think I'm going to use that as the basis of my mask and get it made. We're ending. I'm going to just use the logo going forward. You'll see the logo going forward. I'll switch it for the channel. Should have switched it tonight. This show has to end. Too many false finishes. Like I said, more false finishes than a damn indie wrestling match. I hit the finisher. Stone Cold Stunner's been hit. Pin 1, 2, 3. We are going home. So thank you for watching. There's been so many people in and out of the stream. It's too many to name. You guys are I love you so much. I'm over 260 subs. If you haven't already subbed, I don't know what you're doing. Please do. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do. If you're watching this on the playback, please comment below. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. And God bless. What was the comment saying? I never heard. Damn, 6 minutes must less. Yeah, it makes it in the end all that much better. False finishes. Have you been edging us? Yeah. But it feels like that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. It all makes it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's cool hanging out. Time to hit a song, and that's it. Peace. Oh, damn, you can't hear the music. Damn it. This show will never end. I'll be doing this show forever. Okay, music's on. You should be able to hear it now. Peace.
Vigilante Williamson here. With Jay Marvelous on the track, man. You living up to your namesake. This beat is marvelous, man. Wowzers. Coming live from the apocalypse before the cataclysm, cycling through this bondage's coping mechanisms. In what way will I make myself sick today? Crippled from my way, but I'm still ordering Chick-fil-A, trying to read the scriptures more and not forget to pray. Don't take for granted the breath of life that you get today. Even if you suicidal with shit today, it's a way as I get lifted to sit in place. We all running a different race at a different pace. Never had success, but if I get a taste, I'ma just chill. That's being real. Make sure the fam never need for a meal. On the straight and narrow for the green. Stephen Mill, nowhere want a meal. No need for a bill, but still, my people Leonardo, Raphael, teenage mutant ninjas out here catching shells. Splinter away from rats, lest ye catch a L. Super shred your head of people diesel when they fed up land of the Wolverines. Logans run away from hell. Sinister magicians got the world in the spell. The same demons who overprice entrails. Lobster like escargot. It snails until there's intel for stem cells for incels. Only fans will always boom incels. The line between love and hate is a thin veil. Tried to crack the code but got off track with rails. Had the view for JavaScript but not what it entails. For more than Twitter pictures and event sales from the so-called woke. Why I'm still broke. Lives would be tragic if it wasn't such a joke. Only one a black man dead, gay is selling dope. I'm doing the latter with beats and rhymes. Who wants smoke? Kicking the door, waving the Rick Mahorn on the system. Biggie Smalls, a bad boy, should be playing for the Pistons. Compare me to rappers, the saying that they spitting is like praying to Satan and saying you a Christian. Are you kidding? My flow is like a saying Armageddon. Classic like Genesis, so say it's the beginning. I would keep going, but the beat cut off in 5. No. 3, 2, 1.
Bye, everybody. That's my new logo. I'm still going to be chatting because I don't really actually like Lauren Chen. I don't hate her, but I don't really like Lauren Chen. All right, peace. The new logo. Thank you, man. Merc. Appreciate you being here. Peace out.